Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Georgia Watch Along Show. My name is Radi Nabulsi. I'm joined by Jim Donnan, the former Georgia Bulldogs head coach. He is going to take you through the game with live commentary. What you need to do is put the game, and I know it's a late start, so we appreciate everybody sticking with us through the weather delays. Put this on your television, put it on your big screen, and then watch us on your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet. And Dayne, who's behind me here, will make sure that all of your questions are put on the screen and that all the updates are done that way. He's our producer for the show, and he's going to make sure everybody has a good time. We even have a giveaway later on. We actually got two giveaways because the person last week did not send me her name and address. So we're going to we got two Yingling packs to give away. So we'll have a drawing later on in the show. Georgia should kick off in about 2 minutes here, Coach. Give me your thoughts before they kick off.
Yeah, anytime you got a situation like this, Roddy, where a little bit of change in your getting ready for the game as far as the kickoff, you got to make sure your team doesn't overhype. You know, you got everything set up for a 7:30 kick, and now it's 20-minute delay. So just making sure your team understands that got to regenerate here, you know, because we haven't started very good on the road the last couple of years, and there was a big build-up for that practice-wise all week. But the other thing is everybody's talking about how bad Kentucky is, and because South Carolina beat them. But we saw South Carolina today, what they're capable of, the way they played with LSU. So I'm sure Kentucky's going to refortify some things and come out with something new. But at the same time, it's a good chance for us to really get a good test on the road and see what we're all about. Going into this Alabama game, they looked good today, Alabama.
Oh, they did.
And we'll try to tell you everything we can about the ins and outs of this game and what happens. I think it's going to be a little chess match here because with Brock Vandagriff, an ex-Georgia player on their offense, I'm sure he's talked to their defensive staff about some things that maybe give Georgia's offense some trouble. And Pop, being on the defensive team, Dumas Johnson's probably talked to the offensive team some of the things that gives Georgia defense trouble. So, and they're going to do a little bit better job of maybe knowing our personnel because these guys have scrimmaged against them, played with them for 3 years. So, but at the end result, you got to go out and play. I mean, that's the name of the game. And Kentucky's kind of been on a downward cycle here the last year and a half, 2 years. Only won 2 conference games. 1-6 in their last 7. I'm talking about at home. So I'm anxious to see how we're going to play. I'm a little nervous about it. I know you are. It's
Always.
Just because of all the factors involved here. I mean, if they'd have won last week, I'd have probably felt better about this game as far as how we're going to play. But I know how Kirby prepares our team, and we certainly got some advantages. There's the advantages, I think, we can really protect the quarterback and can throw on their secondary. I think our secondary can really cover their receivers, and I think they're going to probably try to run at our defensive line, who's a little bit undermanned as far as some of their depth. One thing that I would look for, Kirby always, if he wins the toss, he defers. But in this situation, they've got one of the best kick returners, the all-time kick returners in the history of SEC. I could see us returning this kickoff.
Okay, yeah. Looks like Georgia's going to be getting the ball. So,
did we win the toss or did they defer?
I was waiting for some. I was looking on the screen to see
it. But I hope I was able to get that, and we did defer. And the reason would be, you don't want to give him any juice with this guy, Barry, and what's his last name, Dayne? Yeah. So here we go. Let's go, Dogs.
If you're trying to time it up, we'll have the clock on the screen here in just 2 seconds. Going out the back of the end zone.
Make sure they know how to.
Yeah, folks, again, if you were trying to time it up, because I know some people are watching on YouTube TV, you're watching on all the streaming platforms, DirecTV, cable, whatever. We will have the game clock on the screen, on our screen for you. So all you got to do is either pause your TV or pause us to get them linked up. All right, here they come, Coach. London Humphrey's getting the start.
Pretty impressive. Delp's in there.
Mm-hmm. Dylan Bell. I think that's Colby Young down at the bottom of the screen.
Ooh, backside pressure.
Yeah.
We blocked the heck out of that. They got us from the backside. I think that's going to be something people are going to do against us this year is try to hold up on the front side as good as they can and don't worry about secondary support, but see if they can run things down from the backside. They're not going to do it there.
Big run by Trevor Etienne.
If we can run the ball like this, it's going to be pretty impressive because I don't think they can stop our passing game on play action.
What was that, Coach? I was looking down. I looked up, and all of a sudden he was taking off.
I can't really hear you through my microphones right now.
No, I was just wondering what kind of run that was. Inside zone?
It looked like a little split zone.
Split zone, okay.
Last week I could hear you in my headset, but I guess.
We'll double-check it here in a second.
I just turned you up a little bit, so you should
There
be able
it
to hear
is.
us.
They're going to sit down on us here.
Yeah. That's well, you said that sometimes teams like this have to take chances.
All you need is one stop.
Yep. Arian Smith in the game.
Harrison's a really good corner, and then they got a safety.
Oh. Carson keeps it. That didn't look like – I don't think that he was supposed to there. Pick up a 5, though. They're looking at 3rd and 5, Coach.
Yeah, we're going fast here. Get them. Might try to hit Lovett on the out up there.
Put an area in motion. Just let them see what they're going to do.
Good pressure.
Yeah, they got to him. Tried to go to Oscar Delp on that one.
Ernest Green.
Yeah, that was. Oof. There's a flag on the play.
This is where we should have an advantage, but at the same time, attaboy.
And there's the flag.
They've got an advantage returning kicks a little bit, but
got a little fight going on.
Williams watching from Seattle, Washington.
Brett Thorson in there mixing it up.
He's an older fella. You don't want to mess with him.
Oh, Kirby's not going to be happy with this.
be nice if they were holding during the kick.
So maybe they're holding the gunner.
Didn't look real sharp on that series as far as just, quarterback scrambles, misprotection.
Yeah, backside tackle.
Right. The timing on the one out. And that happens sometime when you're on the road. You know what I mean? Your motor's running.
This is a 47-minute consultation here.
This guy here.
If they do this every time they throw a flag, this game is going to end at 2 o'clock in the morning.
There's a lot of different things going on here where there's a penalty beside the.
So I have a holding and an unsportsmanlike conduct, both on Kentucky.
Half the distance to the goal. So it looks like they have the ball about on the 4 or 5.
Last time we played up here a couple years ago.
Look at them. They're tackling him.
When they had the ball backed up, Levis, or How'd you pronounce his name?
Will Levis. That's it.
Wow.
Goodness.
There was a UFC fight, I think, that they were previewing here on ESPN.
Yeah.
You got to look at it.
They
though.
like to throw the ball out of their own end zone. Great punt by Thorson.
Yeah, so he punted it down to the 4, and they did back-to-back half the distance to the goals. So that put it to the 2 now. So the 1.3. Vandegrift will probably just punch us out of there, being that he's a –
Look at Roddy.
I mean, that's the
Little interesting bush push there. They were an unbalanced line and then moved it over.
Roddy's
Pretty
insight.
good. Pretty good job, really.
Roddy's insight brought to you by Morrison Dean.
yeah. There you go. MorrisonDean.com. Check him out. He's actually there. Jeff Dean's at this game. He didn't go last week because he wanted to go to this one.
Off tackle right.
Oh, my God. They had him and they let him go.
That's what he can do.
Yep, I figured they're gonna let him go run wild tonight. They had him.
He's already got 20 yards rushing.
It was Dan Jackson came in there. Should have had a safety. I like the call, Coach, going after him back there, but you see the danger of it.
I hate this uniform matchup. A gray uniform and a white uniform. Should have let Georgia wear red.
Just what Vandegrift needed to start the game, get a little rhythm.
Yep.
You know, it's really big in his mind to do the job here.
Yeah, this is big for him. He's and it's not so much just going against your former team. It's also the fact that,
Had a bad start last week.
exactly. He wants to make up for that last week.
I'm not sure if that was Bogart, Georgia, they were showing there for real. Not my side of Bogart, at least.
Well, you don't live in a good part of town like he did. A-gap blitz, nothing really there. Ooh, careful.
Coach, a lot of injuries on Georgia's defensive line. How many of the younger guys do you expect to kind of shuffle in today?
They're going to have to play. I mean, it's no question.
Oh, nope.
They're going to have to sub some.
I
So
think-
refs get a control here. I mean, you're either going to stop it or not.
Mark Stoops like, what? We didn't take anybody off the field? He's like,
If you sub, we got a chance to sub.
exactly.
I can see him going over the top here. Although, makes sense just to try to get the first. But what you were talking about, Dayne, was, we got 3 or 4 guys out. So
Run to the boundary.
all right, good job, Stack.
Woo. Uh-oh, flag.
We might have been holding downfield. Or they might have had illegal guy downfield.
That was a tough hit, and in Kentucky's first 2 games, Brock Vandegrift has been willing to take some of those big hits for sure.
You're right, Coach.
That's what happens when you run a play-action pass.
On Wilson. So that gets rid of the sack, automatic first down. Like I said, can't have penalties.
10:32 in the first, Kentucky approaching midfield.
You're right about him taking licks, though. He's a tough kid.
There you go.
Oh, there.
Nice little drive off your own end zone.
Yep.
Good play calling, too, by Kentucky. I mean, this guy came in from Boise State, was the coordinator there. Actually coached for the Falcons, quarterback coach, too, at one point for Matt Ryan.
Another inside run. Dan Jackson, Jalen Walker on that stop, Coach.
This is where you want them here. Let's do it. How you pronounce that? Just kidding.
Demi Suko Karingbai. Not just a guess.
DSK.
Yeah.
3rd and 8.
Slant route. Oop. Wow.
Wow.
Completed against Malachi Starks.
Threw that one on Starks.
Yep.
Starks playing nickel.
Yeah, little out route there. He's 2 for 2.
That's the way to crash.
Wow.
You know, here's the thing about this clock. Boy, we're going to have the ball maybe 1 or 2 possessions the first quarter. I mean, it's just you got to make everyone count.
Yeah.
I like what they were doing as far as Kentucky, you know, the pressure from the backside. We got to pick that up, maybe run some misdirection or reverses. But
Big tackle there by Raylan Wilson.
also, they're huddling up to try to wait the last second to show us what they're in.
Nice little twist by Jalen Walker.
About a 2-yard gain.
Good tackle, Small. Keep them in front of you.
Coach, I know you've known about Brock Vandegrift for a long time. Can you just kind of speak to what he did in Georgia practice against some of these players?
I really can't hear you. Say it again.
Can you speak to what Brock Vandegrift has done in Georgia practice?
Yeah, he's been really good at moving around in the pocket, throwing the deep ball. But the best thing is just toughness. You know, he can keep the ball on his own read, scramble, use his feet.
Ball.
That's a great job there.
Big Gabe Harris coming through. He was the one that ran that twist earlier with Jalen Walker, Coach. And he's just dangerous. Yeah, so here's another one.
Can I just hold this thing up here like this?
Sure.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
You want to double check and make sure his headset's plugged into that board?
I hate to be stiff here, but I can't
No.
hear y'all. Be a good time to fake it.
He's number.
Turn the field around there. That's a great job by Kentucky.
Yeah, especially when they start on their 1 to put Georgia inside
Right,
the
that's
15.
what I'm saying. They had it.
Yeah. That's a
We didn't do a good job on that defensive field position wise, but we did get off the field. But it looks to me like their plan is to, work the outside of the field, keep the ball, with their passing game. They're going to throw some deep shots over there, but run the comeback and the inside receiver to the outside, and which is a way to attack our defense. We're so good with our combination coverages with the people in the middle and our linebackers, and so I'm sure you're going to talk about a commercial there. So.
Yeah. Well, they pay the bills, so let's talk about Yingling, our best bill payer. Folks at Yingling, this first part of the game is brought to you by Flight from Yingling, 6 generations in the making. Flight is a light beer with low carbs, low calories, and more taste. It's brewed for the generation that's always reaching for more. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. I try to remind folks, I drink them here on every show. Year 2 of knocking back these Yingling Flights. Only 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, 4.2% alcohol by volume, 12 ounces, and you get 2.6 carbs. That's you can't beat that. So, and again, only 95 calories. It's keep it crisp with Yingling Flight. And I will also mention our friends over at Athens Ford. While we have this big first commercial during the Georgia game, both teams have had a possession. Georgia starting out on their 11. If you come to town or you live anywhere near Athens, you need to check out our friends at Athens Ford. They have fantastic specials going on all the time. They have tons and tons of used vehicles. One of the biggest lots in Athens. When you go out there and you're looking to get a new car, it's not going to be a high-pressure sales. They're not going to come and start bugging the crap out of you. Walk on it, and three guys in bad-fitting suits come up and start pressuring you to buy a car you don't want. They're going to let you walk out there, look at everything you want, and then they are just ready to answer your questions. They're not going to try to guide you or anything like that. Now, if you want a lot of help, they will give it to you. But here's the thing. You can just go online, and if you look at one of their cars, like the new vehicles or used vehicles, you click on a used vehicle and, like, say a Toyota or a Ford or a, Mazda or anything like that, there will be like 75 photographs of this car, and you can spin it around with a video and look at it inside and out. So you can sit in the comfort of your own home, sit there in your underwear and watch it, look at every vehicle they have on their lot. So check out our friends at Athens Ford. You'll be glad you did so. I know that Brian Clower and the folks out there are watching this game. Half of them are probably actually in Lexington right now, taking part in this contest.
Yeah, appreciate everything Brian's done forever with us.
Yeah.
Coach, you hear us better now?
Yeah, I got you. There's some reunion there with the
Stacy Searles tackling Pop, and it's good to see those guys. There's a lot of love amongst those guys. Apparently, Xavier McLeod might have gotten into the game, Coach. I didn't see that. Ooh.
They got some quickness on the edge.
They do.
You got to block.
5-yard loss.
You got to run the play where the play's blocked. You can't ad-lib when you're backed up.
Yeah.
Never lose yardage inside your 10. Old coaching action.
And now you're looking at a 2nd and 15 on your own 8.
Got a lot of confidence in your Ross secure. Let's see if he can catch it. Screen.
Yeah, they
you got to block the guy. You Rostic?
yeah, he knows he missed. They got the snap count too. They were coming in through that play side B gap.
Always expect him to come to your inside.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that play's gonna break big.
Yeah,
We're just not on rhythm here.
If you're wondering, Trevor Etienne did play against Kentucky last year for Florida, had 11 carries for 29 yards, 4 catches for 38 yards. Kentucky beat Florida 33-14 last year.
What was the timeout for here?
I think Georgia called timeout. No, I take that back. Kentucky called timeout. I guess they want to set up something there. Georgia's looking at 3rd and 15 on their own 8. I'd let them run it. That's just me.
Hey, you mentioned Yingling. Do you want to take 15 seconds and let people see what that looks like?
Sure.
Here we go.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
Also want to mention our friends. We mentioned them earlier, and we met Morris and Dean. Jeff Dean is a huge, huge Georgia fan. So if you need a lawyer and you are in the state of Georgia or state of Tennessee, and especially for like a personal injury situation, reach out to Jeff Dean. Okay, they're in Dalton, Georgia. His son is licensed in Tennessee. They can do anything in the state. The reason we took them on as sponsors is because I like the approach they have. Now, you go down the highway and you'll see Morgan and Morgan or Shannara or all these different people out there. If you reach out to one of those places, you are never going to talk to the lawyer that's on that billboard. But if you reach out to Morris and Dean, Jeff Dean will be on your case. Okay, he'll either be your lawyer or he'll be working on your case, and he wants to make sure that all the clients are happy with the results of their case and feel good enough about their firm to recommend them to other people. They do all sorts of injury cases due to someone else's negligence, car and truck wrecks, to premises liability, negligent security, product negligence, liability when someone's injured from a dangerous product, brain injuries, police brutality, you name it, they got it covered. And unlike those large TV advertising firms, they're not afraid to take a case to court if they think it's the best way for the client to be compensated. A lot of those places never want to go to court, and they'll bump your case. These guys will. Now, we've talked about some of the cases they had before. There's one like this guy that he was working on a power substation, but because this power was not properly turned off, he received 7,000 volts of electricity running through his body. Now, he survived, and he's doing pretty well considering what he went through, but after a very short period of litigation, they took care of him. So sometimes bad things happen to you, and it's not your fault, and you need to be taken care of. Well, call Jeff Dean. He's a huge, huge Georgia fan, and he's going to fight for other Georgia fans. So reach out to Jeff Dean, morrisanddean.com. Go ahead and bookmark them. And just look at the YouTube videos they have up there. A lot of great testimonials that you don't have to take my word for it. Take the word of people who have actually used them. All right, looking at 3rd and 15.
Some hand-wringing over Ben Urosic here in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to react better there. I don't know what situation was with Lucky or Delk, but here's the really good shot at maybe knowing our offense, we might run a draw play here or some kind of jet sweep just to try to make sure we punt the ball. We haven't had an interception this year, have we?
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
No, I'm just saying we've taken good care of the ball.
Yeah, I don't think they've had a turnover, have they?
I'd really be surprised if we throw this. We dropped the dang snap.
Ended up throwing it.
Unbelievable. Keystone Cops.
And this is one of those where when something's going wrong, it's all going wrong.
Definitely had him out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
It's a low snap from Jared.
There's where Beck's got to bend down a little bit, too. Fortunately for them, they tipped it because he was wide open.
Yeah.
We got to come back and get it, baby.
That big Derek Walker. Yep, Deion Walker.
This guy's already punted more in this first quarter than he has all year.
Future first rounder right there, Deion Walker, number 0. That's not a great punt for him.
Safe to say Deion Walker is one of those that took some of Kentucky's NIL money to stay.
Yeah, he could have named his price wherever he wanted to go. All right, so they're going to start on the Georgia side of the field, on the Georgia 47. Brett Thorson with a 39-yard punt.
All right, Coach, you're on the road. Your team not clicking like you want it to. What's your demeanor on the sidelines? What do you tell your team?
All you can do is just, hey, let's just don't – score still 0-0 here. We got to understand they're in 4-down zone here. Let's play try to get one lost yardage play and keep them getting in field goal position, and understand that right here, alert your team to first down. They might take a shot here. I mean, you're gonna. That's after a turnover or a short punt. A lot of times that's what you get, or some kind of trick play. So you got plenty of time to alert your team to that. But we got to. Everything we talked about in the get-go has happened to us. On the road, first-time players. Urosic missed first time on the road for Georgia, misses the inside play.
Trevor goes outside instead of following the block.
Just one thing after another. Bad snap from a first-time center on the road, but also the quarterback, Beck, got to bend down on it. I don't think he was really ready for it, but just routine things on top of the fact that they're jacked. I mean, these guys are embarrassed last week. You know what I'm saying? They were all week. Everybody's been telling them when's the basketball season starting up there for UK? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that was a when you were talking about how this game would start out, my take was you saw how Notre Dame bounced back. They got embarrassed and they lost to NIU last week, and of course then they dropped 60-some-odd points on Purdue. Team gets embarrassed like that, they're going to come out trying to kill somebody. So it's
also the coaches too. I mean,
oh yeah,
his back's to the wall. I mean, people question everything he's doing. So I'm sure he went back to fundamentals this week. Said, look, we don't need to do anything except what we can do. We can't control anything else, and let's don't take any chances on protection. And they've run some safe routes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, nothing, and we're still Georgia, and we just got to understand everything that Kirby told you is true now. Get your ass in gear.
Let's get some comments featured on the screen here real fast. Michael Corson, Kentucky looked like horse poop emoji last week, and it's playing lights out against Georgia, and it looks like Georgia's still in Athens. WTF. That happens in the SEC week to week. There's good players everywhere, and that's what Coach was just saying. Dog85 says, throwing slowly behind the line of scrimmage is devastating. Is Carson drinking mint juleps?
Beck is 1 for 4 for 0 yards, but he is not going to stay that way. I guarantee it. He's going to start lighting them up. But to Coach's point, you don't get a lot of, this is their second possession, and 10 minutes gone in the first quarter.
David Ellis says, just another slow start in the Bluegrass. It may take a minute, but Georgia will get right.
Yeah, he's telling them, watch them go deep.
Couple questions about Michael Williams if he's too hurt to play.
Yeah, he'll be
He's
ready
out
in 2 weeks, hopefully. Here they go. Double move.
Yep. 20 yards.
What I like on that right there is they used the idea that they were going to deep throw it, and the guy just ran a comeback. Watch his move here. He's going to act like he's going deep, stop,
Breaks.
come back.
A little out. And he rolls in, like you said, he protects the ball with his body. Not a whole lot you can do on that.
Definitely one of the better players in the conference.
Mm-hmm. Humphrey's got his work cut out for him today. And they lined up. They telegraphed that play.
Really blocked the heck out of us there.
Flag on the play.
I hope it's holding. That's even better than holding.
Yeah, it's better than holding. I thought when he said face mask, I thought, sure, that's why the guy's helmet came off. And I'm like, oh, son of a, you're going to tack on 15 more yards. See this. Yeah.
It's on us, isn't it? We're the one that's going to get the 15 here.
Yeah. They're going to have to, the SEC office.
How can that not be us?
That's what I thought when he said.
It must have been one before that.
Yeah, I think there's one. Because that one was thrown in the backfield, Coach.
It's something that Brock's probably talked to its coaches about, clearing out an area and then throwing somebody underneath it.
Oh, there it is. That guy's holding
Chambliss.
Chad Chambliss' face mask. Because that was called by the back judge. Well, they should have been offsetting. But, hey, you'll take it.
Stephen Mobley said, Coach, let it go.
Hey, is that Stephen Mobley that I went to college with? Big Steve.
Good chance to hit the tight end into the boundary here.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Great
KJ?
job. Oh, nice try.
Oh.
Dalen Everett almost
That
They were trying what we talked about here.
You're right. You know it. Clear it out.
Up, too bad.
No. Nice.
So obviously they're going to throw an out and up on us in a minute, as many of these comebacks as they've thrown.
Yeah, somebody just keep going, right?
3rd and 20.
Don't get a penalty here.
They're set up for in case he decides to keep it. And he did keep it. And they were ready for it.
They can't kick a field goal from here, can they? Unless they got Lou Groza.
He's on the 36, so what? Yeah. We'll say 51, 52.
Yeah, that was a good call by them. Block this guy because he's a little slow.
55-yard attempt.
Way things are going, he'll probably nail it.
Yeah.
Shorty's Bar and Grill.
He made it. You called it. You said it, the way things are going. So when everything's like I said, considering they started on the Georgia 47, that's probably as best you could hope for.
Well, hey, Georgia gives up 3 points a game, and
Yeah, that's the end of the score.
so that's it.
That's it.
Kentucky has scored all the points it can.
1 first down for the Dogs.
Yep. 4 for Kentucky. Brock Vandegrift, 5 of 6 for 42 yards.
He's looking good.
And like you said earlier, he's got
He's
20
got, what,
yards.
like 24 yards rushing?
20 exactly. You know, I hate when they drop him or something, they take it off his total. So
Yeah.
he's got 4 rushes for 20 yards, but all right, the TV sticking with them. They're not going to commercials, so we'll get to see Georgia with a possible return here.
Got Evans back, and who else? Maybe Bell.
I was looking to see
Cash Jones last time.
they're in real tight on these camera angles, so we can't see the field. This kid put out the back of the end zone last time, so he's feeling froggy. Low kick. Yeah. Into the end zone, touchback. All right, so this will be Georgia's 3rd possession. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first quarter.
I'd say right here, let's run a play action pass on first down. I mean, we've run the ball first down the last 3 plays.
Got Arian Smith out there. I don't think you got anybody can keep up with him.
Yeah, number 1 can. They're not really
No,
pressing him, though.
Well, well, there it is, Coach.
Come get it, Arian. That's the way to hang.
I do like the fact that he doesn't try to juke as much as he used to. Now he just tries to go straight north and south. And a 7-yard pickup.
Got Freeling in at right tackle.
It's kind of what they did a couple weeks ago, or last week, wasn't it? They after the third series, Freeling came in.
Guy can squirt through
He
there.
can. Honestly, it did not look like he was going to get that far. He went between Ratledge and Freeling, and
Our team needs a little defense, needs a little rest.
Yeah.
And we got Michael Morrison at left guard. Got the 12 package in, 2 tight ends, Lucky, and here comes Lucky in motion.
Pull there. And again, did not follow the counter, Coach.
I think just wasn't enough movement there. These guys are big. Look at 0.
Deion Walker's mammoth individual. Kid ain't got a neck. He's doing the 2 mouthpieces in the opposing team's colors. Well, that's going nowhere. I'm confused by that call.
Well, he probably thought he might catch him in a pass defense and hit him with the run.
I mean, it makes sense. That's why I like having you here because
we're struggling a little bit right now.
I mean, yes.
Let's
Second and 10, you expect them to throw it. So
let's watch and see what happens with Ernest Green this time.
Well, they brought a ton of people.
Didn't make it.
Well,
Cardinal rule, make sure you get enough yards to catch the ball for a first down. Colby Young, there's another first-time play.
mm-hmm.
He's going to punt it. Let the quarter run out. There's another first-timer on the road. Why would the clock stop?
Did they throw him out of bounds?
Doesn't make any difference.
I'm just wondering. No, the clock's going here.
It's going now.
Kirby, I would say, based on everything I've ever done, and I'm one of the most optimistic guys in the world, I would punt here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
One little SEC nugget for you. Texas, it looks like Quinn Ewers has exited the game with an injury. Don't know to what extent, but Arch Manning came in and ran it for 67 yards for a touchdown.
Jeez.
All Arch.
Yeah, I mean, you can't afford to give them the ball back right here when they have all the momentum.
At halftime, Ole Miss 23, Wake Forest 6. 7 minutes into the game, Tennessee 23, Kent State 0.
Well, that looks like a 49-0 game for sure.
That's good stuff.
Almost halftime, Georgia State 12, Vandy 10.
Well,
that game in Atlanta. That's Vandy on the road.
Tell us a little bit about that
I got
Alan Brock here.
I want to mention our friends over at My Better Life Science. They have the whole Hero series, kind of repackaging. They have the Tick Bite Hero. So if you get, one of those, you get like a bullseye rash, you got the rash and it's got the little white dot and red around the outside. If you've got fever or headache or joint pain or muscle pain, you may have a tick bite. Well, find out if you have Lyme disease. You can go to mybls.com, mybetterlifescience.com, order the kit. It'll be sent to you really quickly. You take the test inside it, send it back, and you'll find out very, very quickly whether or not you have Lyme disease. They also have the allergy test, and they have 3 different ones. This is the big one, the big allergy test here. This is for food and inhalant allergy triggers. So 295 different things will be tested for in this kit. So you get this kit, you take it, you register it, then they send you back a very detailed report of all 295 items, whether you're sensitive to it or not. It's very easy to read. It's not complicated. Allergy tests in the past, you actually had to basically take it, then have your doctor explain it to you because just the way they did it, it was stupid. This makes it very, very easy to keep up with. And, of course, they also have an HPV test and a common STD test. You can get those checked out also on My Better Life Science. Now, the guy who's doing this was the first one to come up with COVID test in the state of Georgia, and everybody, all the big organizations, all the wedding planners, all the venues, all the big corporations were reaching out to Allen and saying, "Look, we got to have this testing done. We don't know if we can have this event or if we can do this thing." He created a testing lab in Gwinnett and was able to knock the stuff out super fast. They were doing 24-hour returns on COVID tests long before anybody even knew that was a possibility. So now they've taken all that testing material, because they spent millions on this gear, and now they're doing the Lyme test, the HPV test, the allergy test. They can test all that stuff, and you can find out if you have any allergies. So if you have kids, get those allergy tests, find out what they're allergic to. You don't have to, it takes all the wondering out of it. You don't have to go, well, I think so-and-so is allergic to gluten or wheat toast or peanut butter or whatever. You'll find out. And if you wonder what sort of pollen you're allergic to, this will tell you.
Well, we're probably going to try to draw them off sides here. It's the only thing I can think.
Lynn says, first time watching this way because I'm usually at the games. I love this. Thanks for watching, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
We got to be trying to draw them off. That's the only thing we're going to do. Put a guy in motion here.
And that's why he's the coach.
Yeah. Oh, wait. 3, 2, Kirby call timeout.
You did it again, Coach.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. So, I mean, but it's still, sometimes you can do that and fake it and then look like you're not going to do it at the last second, do it. But
yeah. That's what the way he kind of went up the line a couple of times, I thought he might actually snap it there. And
now he's going to come up here and fake the punt.
We'll ask, why waste time doing this? Because if they jump off sides, it's not a waste.
That's why you do it. They could jump offside. Cash Jones in motion here. Bobo's going to throw him a screen.
Look, South Carolina had 123 penalty yards earlier today. So
there's a good punt. Catch it. Oh, no.
That wasn't good enough.
Yeah, it didn't quite have that backspin on it, I thought. But, hey, at least the guy didn't stand there on the 10 and drop back to the 2 and try to catch it like we've seen some guys do.
Hey, good news. Kyle Dogs says, I changed my shirt. Maybe that'll help.
That's good, Kyle.
Smart, Kyle.
I'm going to change from blue to white or what?
I'm going to change.
You know, it's just
run to the house, put on my lucky underwear.
The best thing about this is we couldn't, as poorly as we played, it's 3-0. I mean, you know, there's an advantage you got now. You can look at the tablets on the sideline and see what they're doing. You used to be all you could do is talk to them, but now you can actually look at the video, which is very good.
Oh, that's an interesting switch there.
Flying around the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, it seems like Kentucky is doing a better job of getting the ball out of Vandergrift's hands faster.
For sure. I mean, the way they pass protect, you got to. Last week, South Carolina, and I was really impressed with South Carolina's pass rush today, too. Those 2 edge guys they have are really good. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think they had 11 lost yardage plays last week.
2nd and 7.
This could be a run to the outside here.
Hey, there's a run to the outside. I hate when you do that. I kid. I love it, too. That's awesome.
I'm just mad that I feel like I've watched a lot of football in my life, and I can't do that.
No.
I haven't coached anything.
Well,
so
I mean, I'm wrong a lot, too. So,
oh, please.
But here's where possession down, you got them backed up. Defense got to make a play here and give your offense some field position, because I think we'll go after their punter and try to block it if we stop them here. Got to watch out for Vandergrift on the quarterback run here.
A little slant.
Another good coaching job by the game plan. They've thrown every pass to the outside, and now the guy breaks inside. I mean, they're doing a really good job play calling.
Yep.
Susie Smythe says, I'm enjoying a flight tonight, hoping for a definite win.
There you go. Thanks to the folks at Leon Farmer for giving us these flights.
Very good job by Vandergrift.
7 out of 8 so far.
Pick.
Oh, too far out of bounds. I love that, though. You're right. KJ Bolden's had 2 big plays so far.
He's a player. You don't usually see the safety blitz.
I remember going to cover a Buford, I think Cedar Grove game, and they're like, "Hey, see that kid's KJ, that freshman?"
I could see him running Brock on a sprint out here. Go ahead. I'm bad for talking.
Ooh, he got rocked.
Aguero.
just killed him. Oof, that was a nice hit. It looked like he was going to be able to go a long way, though.
Surprised they don't have a camera shot on Greg Vandergrift yet.
Big win last night, 55-7.
Wow.
We're playing a little man coverage here.
Kentucky going empty.
Oh, big tackle by Humphreys. That was a great mesh concept.
I tell you what was smart there by us, which I read it as man. We showed a man and played zone, and you see the way, he thought they were going to have the underneath route.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at that mesh. There's like 4 guys running into each other. I don't like that tackle like that.
That could be illegal tackle. You're not supposed to be able to block a guy below the waist.
Mm-mm.
I guess he had his shoulder in it. We're not going for the block again. We need something big in the kicking game here.
You notice the gunner got down there, and of course he had his back. Not the gunner, the guy that was blocking the gunners down there, and he tell him to get out of the area, and he runs to the sideline. 4 guys from the sideline pull him off the field. Hey, get over here! Don't let the ball bounce and hit you. That was hilarious.
Goat Dog says that's what my coach called banjo, man and zone.
Yeah, that's a good way to call it. 2-man. We're playing, but we're also, you can play man on one side and zone on the other, but I really didn't get a good feel for it. Based on the way he reacted to it, that wasn't his man that caught the ball. So we were definitely playing man on the other side.
But he was in zone because he was just sitting there. So I like that. Good concept. I guess you got to throw some stuff at them that they haven't seen before.
Hey, if y'all have questions for Coach Donnan, drop them in the chat. I mean, if you have some for Roddy and me too, fine. But we're not college football Hall of Famers.
Don't ask me any questions. Well, I'm sitting there looking at
the biggest question they got for me: what the heck's going on there? Georgia's undefeated, 41 straight games, can't move the ball. You always look at your play sheet, and then all of a sudden it looks like it's empty. all these things you plan throughout the week to work based on their personnel and your personnel, and you've gone kind of like without anything happening good for you. So I think what I always try to do is talk to the players on the sideline. Is this guy better than we thought he was? What can you do? And just cut your game plan down to a real finite amount of plays, and then start to build on that based on getting the ball to your best player. Well, we got to get the ball to Love It.
Yeah.
Maybe on a screen. We got to let Delp run a crossing route. We got to let maybe put Frazier in and throw him a little jet sweep or a flip. Yeah. You keep looking for big plays, but you got to get some momentum. And we talk about play calling. You're a lot better once you get some rhythm. And right now, we look like we got 3 left feet as far as rhythm. So,
yeah, I'm looking. Georgia's had drives of 5 plays, 3 plays, and 5 plays. So that's, like you said, it's tough to get in that rhythm. What is your favorite system when you're like, hey, we're going simple. We know what works.
Yeah, one of the things
what's your philosophy?
One of the things I like to do is get in some type of power formation where you can down block and not just count on zone and pull somebody and create a bounce situation where you can either kick a guy out or run the, but where you can really get some real force there and not just count on knocking people off the ball. So 56 or 57 power would be both guys or even the double team, and then with the idea that you bounce it. Another play that we've had that's been pretty successful, put a wing into the boundary, 2 tight ends, wing, and run a pitch, just a little short shuffle to the outside and try to create a short edge.
Now, I've seen Georgia fake that, and then Stetson ran around naked. And
he didn't have any clothes on?
I'm just saying, he took it around naked. There was nobody there because everybody collapsed down there. I'm not saying you would do that with Carson, but I'm like, I love that play.
That was on ESPN-X.
Yeah.
There's the ball to Lovett.
There's Lovett. So
we'll take that. He was looking deep to Bell and wasn't there. Good completion.
Yep. All right. Now 2nd and 7 instead of
Lovett goes off the field.
This could be a motion play with the tight end and actually motion with the
little yo-yo, coach.
They're going to pressure us here.
Yeah.
Good run.
It's going to be about 3rd and 4.
Uh-oh, that guy hit you. You can't hit the guy in the face.
I think they're going to give him a 5-yard there, so 3rd and 2.
I said 4. It's really 2 and change.
Yeah, 2.5.
Georgia 0 for 3 on 3rd down.
Little play action here, coach? No. Empty. Oh, he's got all day. Ooh. Oh! Wow. Wow.
It looked like that one we had to Don Blaylock that year up there wherever.
You're right. I keep calling Dom Lovett Don Blaylock, so this would be the one time where it actually matters. Oh, that was almost picked off. Oh, Deion Walker just got off a truss and killed him. Nice tackle.
Fortunate there.
Very. Great hands. Love it.
I think Tate Ratledge might have a serious situation there.
Yeah. Damn.
Ratledge is down. Have Morris and Fairchild that can start at guard.
You know, we get a lot of people around the country watch our shows, and people call in and send us texts. I got one from one of my favorite families up in West Virginia that son goes to or has graduated from Kentucky, Jackie and Jeff Hutchison, and my longtime secretary, Edna Justice, watching tonight. So a lot of love from the old coach to that family, and I'm sure he's pulling for Kentucky, but feel sorry for Georgia a little bit here. So it's nice to hear from him, and very proud of Jeff and Jackie and their family and what they've been able to do with their kids. And so I used to know them when they had holes in their shoes, very young. I'm old. I'm in the 4th quarter.
Please.
You know, one thing, Roddy, that you mentioned in your 3-2-1 report on UGASports.com is Georgia's first road SEC game of the year has been a bit of a slog the last couple of years, and this falls right along in that. It can change, and I think Georgia ended up winning those games. But
they did. One by 7 points, one by 4 points.
And then, of course, they went to the 4th quarter, both games.
Yeah. There was that one kind of outlier when they went to South Carolina and just beat the brakes off them, but that was back when South Carolina wasn't very good. So it's, last couple of years, on the road, some of the, like you pointed out, Coach, there's just been a few execution, like the missed block by Urisic, Trevor not following his blocks, bad bad snap. Just small things happen where it's
Ernest Green missing up and then Carson being rushed.
right. It's like there's just Dan Jackson missing on that blitz in the end zone. Just like I said, that Kentucky can't be that bad as they were last week. Georgia will get it in order. We'll get it going here. I mean, we saw this against Clemson, but this Tate Ratledge thing worries me. He is integral to Georgia's success.
I mean, it looked like he might have got a concussion. I don't know.
Georgia Southern leads South Carolina State 35-14. That's in the fourth quarter.
There's a Hall of Famer.
At halftime, Georgia State 12, Vandy 10.
I never will forget when we were playing them up there, and they had us 10-0, and had the ball inside the 8, and just ran a unbelievably bad play, and one of our linebackers made a really good play, and then from that point on, we just kind of smoked them. But they could have jumped on us 17-0 up there with the old Tim Couch.
Midway through the second quarter, Auburn 17, New Mexico 13. Lobos driving.
Got to watch out for those Lobos.
The guys in the press box say that Tate Ratledge was helped off the field. Looked to be like a foot injury. He's in the injury tent now.
James Bond says Tim Couch looks jacked.
Yeah, he tried to limp off the field, but he tumbled to the turf. Looks like he hurt his left foot. So they had to help him off. We have an injury tracker at UGASports.com, so if you want to bookmark that, Jed's updating it as we see things.
ETN gets to the line of scrimmage and
Not
probably
getting
fortunate
much
to do that.
movement here, boys.
No, it looks like this looks like South Carolina did to Kentucky last week. Looks like there's 6-7 guys for Georgia's 5.
Huge play right here. Give us a lot of cushion up there. I guess they think they can get there with 4. They're going to bring this guy off the edge. Switching the Bell might run out from that position.
Are you kidding me?
Is that a pick? Oh, my goodness.
That is a pick. That's a touchdown.
Whew.
Wow.
Well,
That's one I need to see again to believe it.
Childress. Like,
when you
what?
talk about another player sometime,
That guy just became a meme.
That was crazy.
Does the ball touch the ground?
It does look like a touch ground.
I don't think that's going to stand, fellas. That ball definitely touches the ground.
Yeah.
that's not an interception. Yeah, fortunate for us. No way that's the interception.
Donk. Yeah.
What is Matt going to say here?
They're saying that he was controlling the ball a little bit, and so until it popped up. I guarantee if he had caught that and rolled over, they just said that it was an incomplete
It
pass.
says it might can't overturn it. It's either got to be a catch and down or
Yeah. To me, if you got it on the ground and it's a catch, then it's a dead ball.
based on tonight, they'll call it a touchdown.
Yeah. I'm reading the Kentucky fan base. I don't think there's enough to overturn.
Sure, they think so.
Here we go. Okay.
PTL.
Yeah.
Dodged the freight train. Is this fourth down now?
That was I'm pretty sure that was third. Let me go back and 4th and 7.
That's right call.
Was that ball tipped?
No.
Okay, it just did not look like a great throw.
It was just underthrown,
Okay.
I think.
We're having trouble with the edge. I think we should use tight end more.
Yeah. Okay, got him inside the 10. Well, that was definitely a bullet dodge. Kentucky will take over the ball on the 8. So Georgia has gone 4 drives, 4 punts. Kentucky's gone punt, field goal, punt, and now this drive. Ooh, boy. Big Tate Ratledge limping heavily. He's in a lot of pain. They're putting him on the cart.
I just threw that away.
Yeah. Hey, they picked up, Georgia ran a twist. They brought an extra rusher, and they picked up everything.
E-Pros Hunt says that Brett Thorson is the MVP of this game so far. And you're right.
Yeah.
For Georgia.
Defense got to step it up here and hold them.
I mean,
They're due for a bad punt, too.
this does not look like the offensive line that was just getting roasted by South Carolina.
They're going to run off left tackle. Terrible spot.
Yeah.
Don't walk up to him to get the ball. Wait till he brings it back to where he spotted it.
Ankle and knee is what they're saying on ESPN. For Tate Ratledge.
Yeah, he's had a history, too. You remember when he got hurt against Clemson? What did he end up having there, Roddy? I wonder what.
Was that the Liz Frank?
Yeah, he was out the whole year.
They're going to try to isolate one of these guys across the middle here out of that bunch look. Oh, man.
Oh, that's close.
See, if Vandegrift gets
There's
indecisive.
a flag. There it is.
I hope they didn't call roughing the passer.
Apparently that's roughing the passer.
On Jalen Walker.
And I'm backed up.
You said the defense needed to come through, Coach. They're actually making it worse.
He plays with one speed. Ooh.
Oh, come on.
I mean, the ball was in his hand when he's lunging. I don't like that call.
Well, you can't drive him in the ground, though. That's what they talk about. It's close. It was close. I don't think it was enough to call a penalty on.
I don't think Glenn Schumann's going to get on to him for that one.
They're going to call it again here in a second.
Oh, did he catch that? They're going to say, what a catch.
I thought they got pushed off.
Yes.
No one had a better view of it than Kirby.
We're getting into some unbelievable refereeing here now.
Yeah.
Guys are making up stuff. That's a pro throw there, wasn't it?
That was a beautiful throw. And he took a hit on it, too.
We're going to have 10 minutes of camera time just watching the refs talk to each other. I'm going to play a Yingling ad next time.
Yeah. I'll play 2.
We're just discombobulating here. 55, is that Jamal Jarrett?
Yes, sir.
Two 15-yard penalties.
All right, yeah.
So what was the flag out there?
They said it wasn't a defensive pass
Guy caught the
interference.
ball out of bounds.
Yeah. Hell of a catch, but that foot is out of bounds.
Maybe he had one in.
They'll review that too. Let's take 15 seconds from our friends from Yingling.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
It has been a long time since Georgia hasn't scored in a half. That would be,
I'll work on it.
yeah. That's just brutal. I'm going to sue these refs, Coach. I'm going to call up our friends at Morris and Dean.
Yeah, they'd be good. He could do a good job on them.
Say, I have been personally affronted, and these referees
Well,
are,
one thing's good. They didn't give him a touchdown on that. So
yeah,
I thought that was really pretty poor on the roughing the passer, though.
roughing the passer, and then that little push off there. Should have been a little offensive pass interference and offsetting fouls. Again, for the folks who are doing this for the first time, watching our watch along, when we talk about potential upsets and things, we say that there are a few things that have to happen. You have to have poor special teams, a lot of penalties, and turnovers. And the penalties part is playing out. Georgia luckily avoided that turnover with the interception. But, again, it's a 3-point game. It's just Georgia's not looking like its normal self here.
So what we had, 2 15-yard penalties now or 3?
Just on that drive. Yeah. For the game, trying to see that I don't see it. It's an automatic first down. Our staff folks aren't giving us the.
What's that?
So normally there's a list of all the penalties, but they don't have it on the stat broadcast. That's what I was looking up. I feel like there's been a lot of them.
I'm back to 2019 trying to find a game that Georgia didn't score in the first half, and don't see it yet.
This is huge here if he's out of bounds, I hope.
Looks like Georgia's given up three first downs due to penalties.
Incomplete. It's worth a lot of yards.
Play action. Look at Big Dan Jackson.
Good break on the ball. I mean, you know, people say, why don't you get better pass rush? But first down is hard to rush the passer.
Yeah. They're getting back there, Coach, to Brock, but there's just not quite. I mean, he's getting it away right before they get there. I think somebody gets him here in a second.
Could be a quick screen into the boundary here.
Empty. Oh, motion. Oh. Did he misread that?
Well, I would say that's a rhetorical question based on the way he did it, but
I'll just say that.
it might have been a predetermined keep. But
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. Was he supposed to just fake it there?
Looked good when they drew it up, but
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 12 on the Kentucky 42.
the other thing about not stopping them back there is the clock.
Yeah.
This is like another 4 minutes. We're going to try to hit the inside receiver up there.
He's going to run it again. Oh, my God, they lost him.
Got the first down. Weapon.
15, 16 yards.
What, he started on the 8-yard line?
Yes, sir. What a pickup by that running back. He knocked Tyrion Mingo-Dawkins into the air.
Don't know if you can play man coverage on this guy. He's already got 35 yards rushing, hasn't he?
Yeah, 33, 8 attempts.
Oh, my bad.
Come on, Coach.
Shit.
Tyrion Ingram Dawkins.
That's what I
It's
said.
more like it.
It's a great spin move there.
He's had a really good start to the year now that he's finally healthy.
Look at that spin.
You know, he and Vandegrift have gone up.
There's McLeod.
Yep, I was just saying that.
This is going to be a run. Nope.
Play fake. And
Ball,
a
ball,
pinion
ball,
ball.
ball. Scoop,
Scoop, scoop, scoop.
Yeah. That's what you need, defense. Yay.
Who wants to tempt fate and call that the dagger when the whole game changed? Look at Raylan Wilson come through there. Great.
Got to be decisive, Vandegrift, and Georgia took advantage that he wasn't.
Coach, if you're Glenn Schumann and you're looking at how he broke down and how he ran him down, didn't give him a two-way go, just broke his hips down. That was a beautiful tackle.
Yeah, it was. Let's get it in here now.
It's so easy against a guy with skills like that to get away from you. Go deep.
I'll tell you, right here, I'd run the ball 3 straight times wayward. See what we can do.
Oh, and Aaron Smith loses it.
I don't think he ever caught it, did he?
Oscar Delp got on top of it.
It was incomplete.
Yeah. They're going to call it incomplete. Oof.
We're nervous as a prostitute in church.
Sit next to your grandma. Little tunnel screen.
See, I thought he did catch it.
Looks like that sign on the church said, if you're tired of sin, come on in. And then the prostitute said, if not, call Judson 6,000-7,000 at the bottom.
Written in lipstick.
Right. Red.
Back up. You might be off. Okay.
Also, Lucky comes in tighter.
He's got the backside. There's a big gap. Like you said, Coach, run it.
God, come on. North and south, man.
He's been trying to get outside. That's the third time, Coach.
I would have done that on first down. Then we need a touchdown here. We don't need a field goal.
Looking at 3rd and 3.
Fans in the chat are frustrated with the screens and the checkdowns and horizontal play.
Well, should be. Nothing's working, so it doesn't make any difference.
Have they thrown anything longer than 10, 15 yards?
Right. They've called a couple, but
Okay.
Ooh.
Double covered.
That
on
was
the
not
tight
open.
end. No.
they're reading their mail there.
Yep.
Poor decision making.
Just poor series here. Turn the dang game around.
All right. You need this.
Good coaching by them, bracketed the inside guy.
But you had Dominic Blaylock at the bottom, man. And that guy was playing 7 yards off.
Love it.
I mean, Love it, excuse me. Just
Peyton Woodring. Perfect.
right down the money.
I'll take a tie right now.
Yeah.
Woodring and Thorson showed up. All right, I'll ask y'all directly because the chat's blowing up about it. Just Mike Bobo's play calling so far. What do you think?
I think it's a little bit of execution by the players. I mean, you call a screen, Urosic misses the guy. You call another screen, he drops it, Smith. So the screens don't work because the execution. We're not blocking them at the point of attack. Nobody's going to look good. But I would have thought the only thing I would have second guessed there is maybe we're struggling. We're in the 4-down zone, run the ball twice in a row there instead of throwing on first down, because we got 7 on second down, right? So,
Yep.
But, there's no way you can be right when you're offensive team like this and not doing any more. So that's the first person you look at. But the players aren't doing much. We got bad snaps. We got, we're missing guys at the point of attack.
You're not following your blocks.
Right. Everybody's trying to make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And start ad-libbing a little bit. Kobe Young doesn't go far enough.
Yep.
So I can see how they would feel like that. We got to cover this kickoff with this guy or kick it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Middle 8.
Defense, you got the game on the table here now because they're going to have 2 straight possessions because we got to kick off to start the second half. So you got 3 timeouts left if you can get the ball back.
You hope that
Sometimes a 2-minute offense helps you a little bit because, it's so routine that you don't have plays that you're calling to try, you're doing things that you're used to doing and the hurry up helps you a little bit. We haven't run any no huddle on these guys. We've been slow.
hopefully Georgia's able to rotate some guys in, and maybe that's Kentucky offensive line's getting a little tired.
It'll be interesting to see how Kentucky manages this
Good Lord,
series.
we knocked him 5 yards down the field.
Yeah. Walker, don't tackle him forward.
Well, Munden had him tied up, and then Walker was behind him and pushed him down.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Don't.
What a name, Demi Suma Cornbay. He's definitely not from Lexington, Kentucky. Did he transfer in or what?
Oh, there's a nice hole. Wow. Chaz Chandler saved a first down there.
This is one where Brock might keep it. They're running fast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, nobody on the outside.
First down, Kentucky.
12-yard pickup.
Seriously, gap control was terrible there.
He had 2 guys in the B gap.
Nobody scraped.
Look at that. I mean, you had Smile come inside out to the B gap, but there's nobody on the C.
Who was that just ran to the locker room?
Watch him throwing it deep to 7 here in a
Apparently
minute.
Trevor Etienne. Again, same thing. Nobody out there.
Fumble!
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know, sometimes when a guy hasn't played a lot, like Ingram Dawkins, he starts not playing his technique, and you get caught inside. But
That should take us to the 2-minute timeout.
Toledo beat Mississippi State 28-3.
Yee.
What a hit by Daylen Everett.
That deserves a relegation.
Yeah, hit him again like that. It's going to be 2nd and 6 on the UGA 50 with 2 minutes left. Very interesting series to see where they go from here.
For Georgia, and Coach, I'm just echoing what you've already said, but for Georgia to play the way it has in this half, if this ends up being 3-3 at halftime, that's pretty solid.
Yeah. I mean, you got the thing that's happened here, the confidence level for Kentucky has been, enormous now. And for us, a little doubt in there, hey, we're Georgia, But a lot of guys we're counting on are new players.
Yeah.
Georgia with 65 total yards, Kentucky 94.
Real offensive attack.
Georgia with 4 penalties for 45 yards, Kentucky 3 for 40. Georgia has 3 first downs, is 1 for 6 on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's what we've just been terrible on.
Georgia's run 22 plays on offense. Kentucky's run 31 so far.
And they get the ball back. They got the ball now, and they're going to get it again. It's it's tough to win on the road.
Georgia fumbled once but recovered it. Kentucky's fumbled 3 times, lost it one of the 3.
And
I wonder if what's the 2nd and 5?
yes, sir. From the 50. They say 2nd and 6.
If I'm their coach calling plays here, I put Vandergriff on the move. Naked, sprint him out, quarterback draw, anything to negate the pass rush a little bit and get it, get a first down here. If you throw a pass here, there's a chance you could get sacked and put you out of it. Good, give him a run pass option here.
I think
But don't anybody tell him to do that. But
Joshua says, I'd like to be a fly on the wall for the halftime speech. Need some major adjustments on offense. Historically, I don't think Kirby Smart gets too crazy at halftime. I think he wants to build confidence in his team.
Basically, you got to readjust a little bit about staying with what you do, I mean, by that I mean we got some things we just got to execute.
Yeah. Is this the 4th or 5th straight run that Kentucky's had?
The last 3 were definitely runs. I'm trying to look at the play-by-play before that.
Anyway, the final 2 minutes of this part of the program is brought to you by Flight from Yuengling, the next generation light beer. It's for those who don't follow trends but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from the oldest brewery in America with only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories. This is a premium refreshment, 6 generations in the making. So don't just raise a glass, raise a flight by Yuengling.
You can let loose if you want to, Roddy. I'll drive you home.
I'm going to need a bunch of these, man, if the game keeps going like this. I don't know. Just when one team's heard about how much they suck and the other team's heard about how great they are, you get weird games, man.
2 minutes, Kentucky at midfield, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, one more run. Again, nobody there. Oh.
That fell forward for 3 yards.
Yeah. He almost got the first on that second effort. That's bad tackling there.
I mean, they're able to eat up these 4 minutes without having to throw a pass.
There's also the other thing is, we're talking about the miscues on the offense. The defense has had a few as well.
Yeah, I mean, gap control, big penalty on Walker.
I mean, you got 3:40.
That's going to be a first down.
So clock will stop now inside of 4 minutes when they make a first down, and then they'll start back when they place the ball.
Coach, do you think Kentucky has incentive to begin to get a little more aggressive with the clock dwindling down?
Yeah, they're going to probably throw an out route into the boundary here to the guy who wants a double move.
He's looking right at him. Out route.
Keep him in bounds.
Yeah. 6-yard gain. Minute 4, minute 3.
Watch this guy.
Another run.
Nothing doing there.
That guy gets so much effort. I mean, so many more yards with that second effort he does.
I got to call a timeout here if I'm Kentucky. I mean,
Maybe afraid.
more than likely here, Vanderbilt's going to keep one in a second.
Yeah.
What'd they stop the clock for?
I don't know. 3rd and 2, 40 seconds.
Maybe it wasn't marked.
Well, yeah, let's say you're going to let a.
Did someone's helmet come off or something?
Georgia gets a substitute at that point. It's the ref show.
This guy's terrible.
So were they saying that Christian Miller had to go off?
Defensive injury. 10-second run.
So was he laying on the ground, I guess? I didn't even see it.
He was standing up.
All right, 3rd and 2. What are they going to call? Brock keeps it. Oh, wow. Just powers forward.
Feel like you've seen that for 10 years from him, Roddy.
I have. I saw it against my son's team.
Hey, your son could tackle him now.
I don't know.
Your son's jacked.
He is, but look at him. That ain't a small boy.
Have to get rid of it. Yep.
Oh, my God. This could be bad.
Ingram Dawkins
We got more D linemen hurting.
holding his knee.
Well, shit. Excuse my language, folks, but this is
We're on YouTube. It's fine. You're just speaking for Georgia fans that are watching.
I mean, you're thin on defensive linemen to begin with. You're down 3 of them, and your best one, or at least the most effective one through so far, is out. Looks like they're bringing in Joseph Joignier, 5-star out of Texas, number 99 in your on your roster there. 2nd 10 on the UGA 31 with 24 seconds left.
They still got 2 timeouts, too.
David says, can we just get out of this bourbon-soaked house of horrors? War of attrition, says the distinguished gentleman.
I haven't seen all their guys going off into the box or the injury tent. I do like the fact that that's the 3rd time I've seen the Kentucky trainers come out and try to help.
Yeah, that was nice of them. Kind of homecoming.
Are you really hurt?
Homecoming here for Ryan Madalino, whose dad was a Kentucky trainer, and Ryan went to Kentucky, I think, and then was a graduate assistant at Alabama, trainer at Florida, now here, and is married to Collier Perno. They just had a little boy.
Congrats.
Named it after her father, Lewis, who is a great Georgia supporter. Had some health issues, but it's fought back from him. Our best to Lou and his family.
Hey, if you're watching and like what we're doing, please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. It's one button. It helps us out a lot.
Right here, I take a shot at the end zone. I mean, take a shot.
Yeah.
Jalen Walker on the edge. They go the other way.
Another
We're
missed
just not
tackle.
tackling worth a late hit.
Now, he's going to warn him he's not going to throw a flag.
He called a timeout.
Yeah, Kentucky calls.
I mean, 15 seconds left. At some point, you have to try a shot to the end zone, don't you? Unless you're afraid of an interception. But you're a 24-point dog at home. You've outplayed the number one team
They
in the
don't
country.
give a shit about being a dog.
I understand.
But I mean, you got to take a shot. You don't. You're playing them tight. I agree about taking the shot, but I mean the dog part doesn't come into it.
I'm just saying Kentucky has nothing to lose in being aggressive.
Right. But at this point, your clock management has gotten them this far, but they haven't. I agree they should take a shot. I agree with that. You're going to be mad if you didn't because you'll need every point you can get. Who wants a field goal here when you could get a touchdown? I agree.
65 total yards.
It does feel like 2 years ago, but that time it was freezing and the wind was crazy.
What's the score at half then? Like 10 to
2 years ago?
Yeah, it was abysmal. And the game ended 16-6, so it couldn't have been too crazy.
they're going to run it here and then call timeout or
It was 9-0 at halftime 2 years ago.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
Punching for the ball.
this guy's running pretty well.
So the last two rushes have been for 9 yards and 8 yards.
He has 13 carries for 56 yards, Coach. At halftime, we take a break along with the broadcast. We'll throw some stats up here.
Yeah.
And we'll re-rack for what Georgia needs to be a different kind of second half.
Lucky he didn't get targeting there.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You can get a call from upstairs, and all of a sudden they start looking at it again.
This guy, these refs.
Quick shout out to Athens Ford, Yingling, Flight, Morris, and Dean, and my BLS.
Well, here's the deal. You got to think about it. You can't run the ball here. You got to try a pass at the end zone and then kick a field goal.
Yeah.
But if you get sacked, it's over.
Yep. 9 seconds. 1st and 10. Marquise Cox, 69, preseason All-SEC offensive lineman. He's having a much better day today than he did last week.
Hell Saint says, why does it seem like UGA is playing like crap? Well,
Pretty obvious.
It doesn't seem that way. It is that way.
The other team's playing pretty good, too. I mean, they're executing. Their quarterback's keeping the ball away from them. Their defense has really had a good plan. Eric Wolford is the offensive line coach, I think.
yep.
Well,
They got motion there.
that was
Georgia called a timeout.
That was really interesting. The view at the top of the screen there.
Is there potential that's a case Kirby didn't like something he saw?
Right.
Yeah.
Or just see what they're in.
Of course, and now they go back and change it. So it's, you said before the whole game started that it would be a chess match. That's what we're seeing.
Someone in the chat saying ETN out for the game with a shoulder injury. They may have said that on air. I'm not sure, but we'll check into it.
When you asked who was running in, they talked about ETN heading.
Which that would open up second half for Branson Robinson, Nate Frazier, Cass Jones. Also, Lewis says that Ingram Dawkins back on the field. They're going for the field goal now, Coach.
Well, either that or they can fake it.
If Ingram Dawkins is back out there, that's huge.
Can Georgia find some magic here? Kick is up and good.
Hey, that's a, I don't want to call it a moral victory. I mean, they're winning, but you got to be very happy right now if you're Kentucky and you're going to go take a lead into the against the number one team in the nation, leading at half after last week. Like you said, that gives them confidence. They won one half of the football game, and they're going to go in the half and talk about we can now win the second half.
I mean, if I tell you Georgia's going on the road in the SEC and gives up 6 points in the first half, I think you feel pretty good about that. Yeah. Not scoring, not moving the ball.
Yeah.
Different
See, again, Childress has been everywhere. Here's a telling stat from the first half. Georgia 1 of 6 on third down. Kentucky 7 of 10 on third down.
Fewest first half yards since 2009 against LSU.
Oh, God, that was an awful game. That was such a bad game.
I think I've forgotten that game.
Really poor series we had when we had the ball in the red zone.
Mm-hmm. And you've had them backed up twice, and you just a bunch of penalties, let them move down the field.
Well, we're going to fall on the ball here.
Yeah.
$58-0 at a halftime.
Poor Kent State.
Halftime, Auburn 17, New Mexico 13.
That's a little tighter than anyone would have expected.
Georgia State 22, Vandy 10, third quarter. And at halftime, Kentucky 6, Georgia 3. I'm sure they'll interview one of the coaches here going into half. I don't know why I say I'm sure of that. They could just go into half. But I was going to check and make sure we don't have.
Yeah.
If they talk to Kirby, I want to be sure that we get to react to it before we take a break ourselves. Here it is. All right, so Kirby says ETN could potentially come back. Could be some gamesmanship. Never know.
Because he always says that. I mean, they could have been picking his skull up off the field, and he'd have said, "Yeah, he could come back." You know, so it's
questionable.
Yeah, because he always says the guy's injured. He's like, "Oh, well, we think you got to come back," and then the guy doesn't play for like 6 weeks. You know, I'm like, come on. So he doesn't want to give that up. I don't know. I'm if they want to get Nate Frazier warmed up over there. You make it happen. Again, I know a lot of people are going to be banging on the play calling. To me, it's some of it is just you got to execute, and they're not.
Yeah. So we should probably get out of here and take a break ourselves so we can re-rack for this second half.
That sounds good to me.
Over the last 190 years, a lot has changed. But at Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, we're still focused on one thing: brewing darn good beer.
Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America.
All right, everyone, we're back with the head coach Jim Donnan and Radi Nabulsi, the UGASports Watch Along Show. Georgia trailing Kentucky 6-3 at the half. Coach, you had a couple minutes to pace around, think about what happened in that first half. What do you expect from Georgia here?
You know, I think the reality is that from Georgia's perspective is you can't be talking about all these excuses and everything. The reality, just got your ass kicked every way possible, and you got to understand that maybe you overlooked them or maybe you didn't. But the idea is too much. You've worked too hard to start panicking here. Go back to your fundamentals. Do the little things. You know, we're one score away, and all we can do is go forward. We can't worry about what's happened, but we got to make a few adjustments. Maybe tighten down the line of scrimmage a little bit. This is scary right here. This is really scary.
There we go, inside the 20.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's a good one. Yeah. So,
83.
hey, good things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen.
All-time kickoff return leader.
Was that Cole Spear?
So I think going forward here is just go back to your fundamentals, do a better job of wrapping up, do a better job of converting third down, and stop worrying about making big plays and just make the routine plays.
Trevor Etienne was warming up, so hopefully he'll be back. We could definitely use him.
We got to do a better job of controlling the B gap.
A little power to the outside. Let's see.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean 5 yards on. They're getting outside Georgia's edge protectors, and it should be at most a 3-yard gain, becomes a 5.
The running backs averaging 4 yards a carry.
Doing a good job changing their formations too.
Yeah. First down.
When you can run the football and have a running quarterback, you got that extra guy to block for you, and he just shows you his ability to understand where the sticks are, and it's one of his strengths. That's why he's played in high school. It's the way he played at Georgia. And they're protecting him. You see, they got a lead blocker in front of him.
They've been successful running the ball, and there's a third run of the series. Wow, big tackle by Chaz Chambliss.
Backside guy, wasn't he?
Yes, sir. Came all the way across.
This guy's getting some good airtime. He wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
Last week, you're throwing darts at him.
Yeah.
Bush Hamden.
Now they're going to throw.
A little drop roll.
Yeah. Wow. Exactly what you were talking about earlier, Coach.
Yep.
Clear the area out. Give them room to work. 14.
Also, move him around. Really good layered route. Clear out one side and bring him underneath.
Yep.
Exactly what we didn't need is for them to take the ball and keep it away from us. We're looking at 4 possessions right now this half.
Wow.
Gash run. 14 yards.
Too worried about – that's a new guy. Too worried about stealing the ball. They're knocking our ass off right now. Got a lot of guys that never played at the front.
Yeah.
Missed tackle by Walker.
Yep. Good to see Tyrion Ingram Dawkins in there, but again, they're moving right down the field. Another handoff. It's working. Yep, same guy.
I mean, if they're going to,
Jesus, 6 yards.
why throw it?
Well, just keep them honest.
What they're doing is by motioning the guy away, we're lightening up on our coverage over into the boundary. We don't have any quick run support, and they're hooking our 5 technique and getting outside. So their line's feeling pretty good about themselves right here.
Yeah.
Make 5 yards on first down, you're going to do a lot. We got in the bear front here.
Jesus. Daylen Everett gets run over, and they picks up a first down.
There's a freshman in there, 99.
So in 3 minutes, they've gotten to the Georgia 30.
It's a game plan for them. Milk the clock.
Would have never thought after what happened last week with South Carolina that Kentucky's offensive line would dictate this game.
Yeah, just shoving guys around.
There we go.
There's a win. We'll give up 2.
A lot of shocked fans in the chat here, just surprised at this performance so far.
You got to think they're going to roll the quarterback out here again, and
Yeah.
Same thing.
Can somebody create a turnover?
Ooh. Oh, that looks. And even then, right now, they're pointing to the fact that.
Receiver went the wrong way.
Yeah. Georgia safeties are. I won't say they were back there arguing, but they're like, "No, you're supposed to be over here."
Was that Jalen Walker blitzing up the middle?
Yeah. Where's the ball? 31. Where's the ball?
28.
You got another field goal here. I can see quarterback draw here, like it's not even in style.
Yeah.
Spot a quarterback.
There he is. Oh my goodness!
Good tackle.
They had Smile as a spy, but they gave it away.
If I was Kentucky here, I'd go for this. You got to go.
Yeah, you'd be getting 5-6 yards a pop.
Watch it.
He's kicking.
I'm glad he is.
Yeah.
6 minutes. Block it for a touchdown.
– 40-yard kick, left hash.
Now you got it. It looked a little sideways there to begin with, so 9-3.
Georgia's still not giving up a touchdown this season.
I'm with you, Coach. The way they were running the ball right then, you still had a lot of room.
Now, he's playing the game like they're going to shut us down, which is okay. Maybe they will, but
yeah.
We got to answer the challenge here. I mean, still down 1 score.
Yep.
Hey, before Georgia gets back on offense, we've talked about my BLS and what they can do to kind of help detect tick bites and to help deal with that. I want to show you more what that looks like.
Recently bitten by a tick? You need to act fast. Ticks can carry Lyme disease, and fast early detection is the best way for you to stop the progression of Lyme disease. Go to tickbitehero.com right now. Tick Bite Hero's simple at-home test lets you find out quickly and easily if you were bitten by an infected tick, so you can take action right away. If left untreated, Lyme disease can spread to the joints, heart, and nervous system, causing significant damage. So don't wait. Go to tickbitehero.com right now to get Get your fast and easy at-home Lyme disease detection test shipped directly to your front door. Getting in to see a doctor can take days or even weeks and can cost hundreds of dollars. Don't wait. TickBiteHero.com's at-home test is a medical-grade PCR test that's fast, easy, and painless. So go to TickBiteHero.com right now. Don't be one of nearly 500,000 Americans who will be diagnosed with Lyme disease this year. Go to TickBiteHero.com or scan the QR code now. That's TickBiteHero.com. Scan the code or go to TickBiteHero.com.
And we're back.
Yeah. Again, folks, Alan and the folks at My Better Life Science have a multitude of tests. Just go to mybls.com. If you would, just check it out for us so we can show them that, their message is getting out. And you can see they have 3 different allergy tests and a bunch of different HPV tests and STD tests and the test for the Lyme disease. Just go see what they have. Look at the prices, look at the procedure, how it works, because even if you don't need it, you might want to explain it to somebody else. When someone says, hey, I've been feeling down, I've had fever, I've had this, I've had that, say, hey, have you been bit by a tick recently? And they're like, yeah, I did. Well, at least you've been to the site and you've seen it. So it'd be a great favor to us if you'd go check them out. We'd appreciate that. All right, Georgia finally gets the ball. Feels like it's been forever since we've seen Georgia on offense.
Yeah, I mean, they had it the whole end of the first half, and, you talk about the last 4 and the first 4. They've controlled it. They had the last 4 of the first and the first 4 of the second, but
they've had the ball 25 minutes to Georgia's 10.
We've run 22 plays.
23 plays. Kentucky has 191 yards. Georgia has 63.
They've run 49 plays.
So you're looking at tear the goalpost down up there.
Yeah, Kentucky's about to be sideways if this keeps up.
Get that SEC fine.
I feel good about that our kids got too much
pride.
I mean, just too much about them to play like this.
I'm with you.
Well,
kick it short. Short of magnificent.
The South Carolina game last year, the Auburn game last year, right around now was when those turnarounds were beginning. But got to see it.
He's telling them right now.
Yeah. Anthony Dasher tweeted out, Kirby Smart had the offense gathered around him on the sideline. Let's just say it was animated. But it was.
Get Frazier in.
Lawson, Lucky, Oscar Delp both in. Dylan Bell, Arian Smith.
Come on, Beck.
Long pass. Oh, my.
Got to make the play.
Yeah. You had separation.
We're trying to hit Delp in the flat.
Yeah.
And the end got in his face.
It's getting loud in there now. You can hear the fans.
Yeah.
Pressure. Break it.
That was huge.
All right, go get him right here. No huddle. Good pickup here by Frazier, I think. Well, he got knocked back. But they can't cover us.
Nope. Oh, he blocked him right into it.
Dom, love it.
These guys have been scouting us.
There's nothing on the perimeter, Coach. Just.
There's Tate.
Tate in street clothes and a brace. I mean,
He has
crutch.
a boot.
Looks like he got it on his knee.
Yeah.
Brace on the knee, boot on the foot.
They said it was both, so that. Oh, jumped off sides.
Jesus. All the little things now. It looked like Ned in the first reader.
And so you go from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 20. All right, Dylan, you made a mistake there. Now you gotta beat your man and open up a hole here. There were a lot of empty seats earlier, but I bet it's filling up. People coming from all over to get in on the second half.
All the things that contribute to an upset are pretty much salient tonight.
Yeah.
Trevor Etienne back in the game.
Wow.
Attaboy Bell.
That was a dart.
That's good coverage, too.
That's what I'm saying. It was he was on him like a second skin.
Turn it up. God. Just go down too easy. Let's go. Keep going.
It's been a minute since you've seen somebody break a tackle.
It's a great catch by Bell when we needed it, though.
Yeah.
Answer the challenge here a little quicker. Where's Hartley? Oh, he's down there.
Yeah, he's down and got his head down.
Georgia State 29-17 now.
Del McGee.
Oof.
It's a way to make a miss.
3rd and 4.
Roll him out.
Yep.
Halfway through the third quarter already.
Yeah. Put in Cash Jones.
He can catch it, though.
Can block, too.
They don't have enough guys covering us.
Colby Young at the top of the screen. Press coverage.
There you go.
There you go. You can press him, but he's 6'4".
Good call by you, Roddy.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's
Yeah.
playing with confidence right there.
Red zone. Let's see what happens.
We got plenty of time here. Don't throw the fade to the field on this guy over here.
So go to Colby again.
Don't do it. That's the way.
Okay. Everybody was looking for that throw.
Get up and go again. Let's go. This would be so huge to get a touchdown here.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2nd 5.
2nd 5 from the 8.
This is something to
You know, toss it to him with those 2 lead blocks. Oh, my God.
That's a high school Harry there trying to run outside. God. Stay inside here. I guess the guy was running up.
Yeah, he was
Don't
running.
lose yardage inside the. He's done that twice now.
Do you try to high point it again?
I think it was Trevor that did it the first time. That was Nate.
Look down low.
Got their best guy on him, though. I don't like this. Love it on the crossing route.
Oh, my God. I don't know that would have gone anywhere, but another incomplete.
It's twice that Georgia has poor execution on Kentucky's side of the field. Back-to-back possessions.
Man, you gotta catch some of those.
Bend down from the waist down to catch it. All the little things.
Yeah. How does Deion Walker just move like that? That place is loud. All right.
Mr. Automatic, perfect twice.
3-point
Better
game.
than nothing.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And second 5 on the 5 and lose 4 yards.
Again, if Trevor had even caught that, I don't know. I mean, he would have been dropped right where he was, but still, it's like there's just been too many of those little things like that. All right, well, I'll tell you one thing that does work really well is our friends over at Athens Ford. If you need any repair on your vehicle, we've talked about this on our Tuesday show. We've done shows from the sales floor at Athens Ford. I've had Coach out there with me, set up a table, and we don't have to plug into any specialty router or anything like that. Their Wi-Fi is so damn good. We can actually run video over it and have crisp, clean audio. I'm just telling you, if you need service, you can go online and you can schedule the service. You say, here's what I need. Here's when I want it done. Here's when I'm going to drop off the car. And they'll put it at a block and let you know when you can pick it up. You can also just go out there and drop it off. Have somebody, you can leave it with them and go back to work or something like that. But you can also, if you're going to stay there, you can get a lot of work done there. They got great coffee, a little machine there. They've got free soft drinks. They have snacks. It's a clean waiting room. It's not like, some of these places you go get your oil changed and you're like, I don't want to touch anything. I'm scared to sit down anywhere. That place is immaculate. So if you need any work done on your car, take it out there. You'll be glad that you did. It's a nice place. It's very clean, very pristine. Also, if you're in the Athens area, they have a mobile truck. They will come to you. If you're like, hey, I need my oil change, or I need somebody check the battery. I got a engine light come on, and you're at your office. They'll send the truck out to you and go out and do it. So it's pretty neat that you can have them come out to your house or come out to your place of business, bringing their mobile truck out there. You're like, hey, every time I try to start it, it takes it a minute to crank up. I can tell the battery's getting bad. They'll come out, put a new one in it. So reach out to our friends at Athens Ford. You'll be very glad that you did so. Oh, my God, these State Farm commercials are awful. I think our Athens Ford commercials are much better.
Yeah, all of them are.
All right.
I tell you, college football in this league are just so damn tough because there's nothing about what Kentucky did last week to tell you that they could fight this way this week, or that what we've seen from Georgia could be like this. But week to week's a different animal.
Hey, Kirby Smart says it all the time. He's like, you remember all week long, he's like, this is a tough football team.
Right.
These guys play physical. They're physically knocking your ass off the ball every time they run it.
Plus, their backs are running great.
Yeah, they are. So
we don't even have 50 yards rushing, do we? We've had about 4 lost yardage.
34.
4 lost yardage plays.
ETN has 10 carries for 28 yards. Frazier has 2 carries for a yard after the loss.
All right. Turnover.
yeah, you're gonna need some turnovers here. That was a huge, huge, huge play. And like I said, there it is. They're showing the highlights of how they cleared out, like you're talking about.
Getting him on the move is bread and butter.
He's due for a pick.
Let's make it a pick 6.
Yeah.
You going to call your shot? KJ? Malachi?
Oh, goodness. Okay.
That's a lot for a yard, but
Hey, give Tyrion Ingram's talking credit there. You're a big defensive 5 technique, 3 technique like that, stuck one-on-one in the backfield with a quarterback. Had to slow him down enough for his buddies to get there. That was a good play. You want him to get the sack, but hold him to just 1 yard. I'll take it every time. I think they're going to run it again.
Left tackle.
Oh, my God, another missed tackle.
Got a chance for lost yardage play. This referee's Mr. Give him an extra yard on the spot every time. All right, 3rd and 5.
Kentucky 7 out of 11 on 3rd down.
This is worth another minute and a half, too, if they make it.
Got to throw it here, no?
Empty backfield.
Yeah. 3-man rush. Spy. Oh, my God.
Don't be doing that.
It looked like they got beat and there's nobody behind him.
I'm just glad he didn't move him around.
Yeah. I like this rush 3 and keep a spy in there. Watch Jalen.
All right, come on, Evans, take it back.
I predicted he would take one to the house in this game. I don't think he's had a chance to even return anything yet, has he?
There's a chance. All right, 3 and out. The first one of the night, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just about to look that up because I'm like, it feels like. Let me see their plays.
People in the chat, Coach, are asking for some downfield passing.
Well, we hit 2 last series.
Yep.
1 to each one. 1 to Bell and 1 to Lovett, right?
Yes, sir.
I agree, but right now I think our running game is in Knoxville. I mean, halfway between Lexington and here. We haven't got any running game. Just might as well air it out. I would like to see him move around a little bit, though. Just throw some easy floods and stuff. Their DBs are just kind of sitting on our routes. That might be what they're talking about. Arian Smith, break one. If we could score here, it would be Kentucky would be thinking, hey, here we go again and all that. But they get to the fourth quarter ahead, then,
Then you start counting the minutes down, yep.
I mean, after that last drive, Carson Beck's stats dramatically increased. For a while, Brock Vandegrift's quarterback rating was higher than his, but not anymore. Neither have thrown for a lot of yards.
I just think, at this point, Vandegrift's been the difference in the game, just been able to keep chains moving with some of his runs and throws. And the fact that they've taken the ball off their goal line twice and gone down the field. I mean, when if you punt there, you get the ball in the 50. Our best field position's only time was when we got the turnover,
right? I mean, we were joking earlier about Brett Thorson being the best weapon and punting him deep, but they've been
if you're worth your salt, this is where you take it and score.
Georgia has 6 first downs in this game. Kentucky has 16.
That's 100 yards difference.
Total yards right now, Kentucky 197, Georgia 131.
All right, so we'll get over that.
52 total plays for Kentucky. Georgia's at 33.
Well, let's.
I'd have to look at Cash Jones playing a little more right now. if ETN can't, I just think Frazier, it's too much for him right now, you know.
Yeah, he feels the pressure to break it outside and try to make something happen, whereas Cash is going to follow his
Or
block.
Branson.
I would say I wouldn't mind Branson up the middle a little bit.
Of course, the middle's discombobulated without Ratledge, so you don't know.
And Deion Walker has been everywhere. They get him standing up at a zero shade. I mean, at one shade, he's just standing there. You know, and then he moves around and he gets to the outside.
We'll show Rich Brooks beating LSU.
Last time Kentucky beat a number 1 team.
Well, it's definitely in the making there.
Yeah. Monroe Freeling back in at right tackle, apparently.
Go ahead. Take 5.
Is Freeling in at right or left?
You just got 3 yards there?
Yeah, Freeling at left and for Ernest Green.
He didn't pick up a lot on that one.
That's a pretty good catch there from Lovett because that came in hot. One small thing to note, I saw them talking about this with Garrett Nussmeier in the LSU South Carolina game. Carson Beck has these plugs that go kind of on the ear hole to make it where the crowd noise doesn't impact as much when he's getting the play calls and the helmet communication. So
Really?
You see his helmet, and there'll be this little black piece in
Nice.
the ear hole.
All right, 3rd and 2.
ETN.
There's a formation for you, Coach.
There you go. That's a football play right there.
It is.
Very good by Mike there. They looked like our strength was to the right, and we cut back to that area. That was very nice.
Hell, even the guy in motion makes you think they're going that way. That was beautiful.
Good block from Dylan Fairchild.
And Monroe Freeling. I like it.
I think we should go on some quick counts here.
Plenty of time.
Make him miss. There you go.
Just go straight.
First down.
Let's go.
Feels like the most momentum Georgia's had in this game. Last 2 plays.
We got him on the run here.
You get the playoff before the end of the quarter. Yep.
Urasic can't find anybody to block again. It doesn't matter. Run behind it.
You hard on him, man.
All right, fingers in the air. 1st and 10.
2nd and 2, right?
Yep. 8 yards to 2nd 2 on the. How far to get? 29.
Looked like an offense right here. The second half, a lot of ways.
And again, I've said it 1,000 times. I'm not a Mike Bobo detractor or defender, but people want to complain about the play calling, and I'm like, do you see the guys making plays? It feels different in the second half because of those blocks. You know, he's had 3 big holes to run through on this one, throwing and catching and not dropping passes. It's just, again, not trying to say it's only execution, but it just feels like they're executing differently, and we see.
Yeah, we're taking turns messing up too.
That's a good point.
Different people,
Yeah.
But again, the rhythm is there right now. I'd like to see some quicker snaps. So,
yeah, they are getting into nice counters for what Georgia's doing. Make it harder on them. I thought their run fits in the first half were brilliant. Just felt like there's nowhere to go. I'm going to take a minute right here to mention our friends again at Morrison Dean. Jeff Dean, a huge Georgia fan. I think 17,000 members of his family have gone to the University of Georgia. He was going down the list of everybody in his family that has 1 or 2 degrees from Georgia, and it is quite extensive. This is a die-hard Bulldog family, and if you are a Bulldog fan, you don't have to be a Bulldog fan, but if you are and you reach out to him and say, look, I got rear-ended, I got hit, I got 7,000 volts went through my body, he is going – you're family with him. And, again, if you go to like Morgan & Morgan, John Morgan, you see him on all the billboards, that's a Gator. Go to a Georgia fan and have him take care of you. They're up in Dalton, but they will come to you if you need be. So they've gone down to Bainbridge, Kirby Smart's hometown, and they've done cases there. They're willing to go anywhere that you need them. So if you've been aggrieved and you are looking for someone who you can call and actually speak to the person whose name is on the building, the person whose name is on the front, just go in there and say, hey, Jeff, I heard about you on the Georgia Watch Along Show. Here's what's happening, and he will tell you if you got a case and what they can do for you. And again, he's got no problem going to court. He loves it. His partner is a great criminal defense guy. They're in court. They know all the lawyers. They know all the judges. They will take great care of you. Just check out morrisanddean.com. And again, look at the testimonials over there. And if you like real life, people that do real crime dramas and stuff like that, if you want to hear about real cases, there's stuff on the board there. All right, he's on. We got to block him. They're whipping us up front, yeah?
Come on, ETN. Break one. Get your first college touchdown for Georgia. Has he scored a touchdown this year?
I thought he did.
Quick pitch.
No, he had 5 carries for 78 yards.
Oh, what a tackle. He had a first down.
It looked like he did, but he got jerked backwards. 3rd and 1.
Get up there and run it. Looked like he's going to.
Wow.
Center Freeland got to come off on that guy.
I'm not an expert in much, but with Georgia having scores that are 6-9, that score did happen in the national championship game against Alabama. And in 2015, Georgia beat Missouri 9-6.
Go right back to him. Looks like it's going left, Coach. That's what they did before. Same play.
Touchdown.
Oh, did he stay in bounds? I think he did.
I don't think he did. I think he stepped out.
Whistle blew.
Yeah, out of bounds.
Shit.
Same play, though. Like you said, they line up. Hey.
That's some rhythm. Nat's ass of being a good crack here by Bell.
Good job by Trust, too. Oof. Oh.
Yep. That's out of bounds.
Don't put on those soccer cleats, man. The cleats failed him. It slid.
At least we can make a first down here.
Yeah. Run it again. Oh, no, he's going to throw.
It's way to run forward, Arian.
That looks like a different kid this year, Coach.
That was a good throw. Come on, let's go quick here.
He looks so much tougher.
Why do you like going quick?
Just because they're just reading our formations. But now you don't. Just come out of the huddle late.
Yeah. Don't give him time.
This is critical to run positive yards here.
2nd and 4 from the Kentucky 5.
This drive's lasted more than 4 minutes now.
Left tackle.
Yeah. Now you got all those numbers up there.
Coach called it.
God, get behind your pad.
He's standing up.
Oh, shit. You're going to come down to 4th and 1. We're going to go for it. Yeah. This is 3rd and 2, though. Quick pitch. He's going to go with the heavy deal.
Yeah.
Get the exchange, Branson. Lead blocker.
Line up heavy right and do that same play, but into the boundary. Ha! That's what it looks like.
Got Delpin lucky out there.
Oh, there's no backside.
That's a runner right there.
I think he got in.
Way to answer the charge. Now defense is up to you.
Huge.
I love that little step there.
Mm-hmm. That was big. And right there, when he gets in, is because of all those damn squats that he does and those deadlifts. Pushes himself backwards. But first.
That's a championship drive there. Yeah. What do you think of Bobo's play calling that drive?
I'm not going to give him credit for it. I'm going to say it's the players. No, you're right. That was good. That was good. I love it.
No, people were. Everybody's
right.
got all that. I like the fact they had that little eye candy with Arian faking too. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see Branson get the ball more. A worn-out team. He hasn't gotten many carries. Let him be the hammer in this 4th quarter.
The only thing about it, though, how could they been worn out? They've only played like 35 plays. Yeah. How many plays have we had it now?
43.
I like him in there. I mean, I mentioned that, or use cash and running down for passing. But Etienne was a difference. Those
I was
cuts.
just about to say, Trevor Etienne.
Look at all the cuts he made there and the first downs.
He had a 17-yard long run on that drive.
And he caught the ball in the flat and got like how far? 5 or 6. But
yep.
we're just struggling. I mean, all of us. I mean, we want things to be better than they are, but we've played like not very good, but we're ahead on the road. I mean, poise. If your defense is championship.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to get the ball 2 more times. So,
B. Schaefer says Monroe Freeling at left tackle was a game changer there. He did play well.
They did run behind him at least twice. But I also like that.
This guy says he's watching the show with Yingling in hand and better have by my side. Hunker down, you hairy dogs.
That is a win-win there. Your better half at a Yingling. I love it.
I like it.
Send that to Leon Farmer. Let him know that the folks are getting over to Yingling. That's good stuff. Again, if I have 3 or 4 of these, I'm only going to do like 300 or 400 calories. So only 95 calories a pop, 2.6 grams of carbs. So if you're into ketosis and you want to have that, you don't want to get too many carbs, you can still drink beer. People, you can't have beer if you do keto or Atkins or low carb diet. Yeah, you can. 2.6, you're okay. You're not going to ruin anything. Still have those washboard abs like me. Well, actually, I think I'm one of those kind of ringer things that they used to, the pot belly, put your clothes into it, and the 2 little rollers on top.
Now that Georgia has momentum, it'll be interesting to see if the defense creates more havoc. Sometimes you just see when you play from behind, Kentucky makes a mistake or 2. If Georgia gets aggressive, gets a sack.
Yeah, I just mentioned about before that, it's defense got to step it up here. Like the last time, 3 and out. Turnover here would just be huge. The other thing about that touchdown is they got to score a touchdown to beat you.
Yep.
And they've had
Greg McElroy
going right at Micah Morris.
actually got 2 guys playing in the line that didn't start the game. Good job by Delp cutting that guy off.
Tell you, if I'm back there and I see Micah Morris lined up, I just want to run behind that big boy. He just looks like a tank.
Oh, barely.
Damn, that was close.
All right.
Have to see Georgia's defense.
Coach Prime beating Colorado State.
Wow. That middle of the field open. Sean O'Malley.
So they hadn't scored the second half, have they? 68-0.
I feel bad. I don't know who like 90% of these UFC fighters are. Play action.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Oof. 11 yards right off the bat.
Was that the back that he threw it to?
Yes, sir.
We're too caught up in trying to sack the guy.
Little.
Killing us to the big gap.
Yep. They ran power through that gap, too. I mean, not power. They ran counter. Damn.
I know Kentucky's on the northern end of the SEC, but this feels like one of those Big Ten games.
As far as scoring, 6 yards.
Another pass.
Jalen Walker.
Play action. Oh, man. Everybody fell for that.
Dan
Ooh.
Jackson.
Dan tackle.
Was that?
I was saying it's too high.
That was
That was
Chambliss.
Chaz back there.
Yeah.
What's your chance of him covering a guy? I don't like that matchup.
No.
Whew.
Yeah, he fell down on his butt. Come on.
Where that hand is, though.
That's uncatchable.
This is the biggest play in the season right here.
Burying again. Nobody out there. Oh, shit. And then you missed a tackle.
Give old Brock credit.
So if that's the biggest play, there's a.
That's some composure.
I mean, defense letting us down here tonight on the putting them away. Normally, you know, I mean,
But I feel
hammer.
like we can't complain when they've only given up 9 points.
right, but I'm just saying.
I'm with you.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that was a big series.
It is.
They're in 4 down zone now. This guy's running behind his pads. And that's not even the first teamer. Right? That's the second guy.
82 yards so far.
Four down zone.
Yeah.
You don't see a scenario where they'd kick a field goal.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying
Okay.
they can call it if it's short. Sure.
Gotcha.
That's
Oh, man.
unbelievable.
Getting 3 and 4 after first contact.
I would like to see the yak. That would be. Need a turnover.
This is the same play they ran the first half. Power that way. God, the mighty, both of you back there, one of you tackling. Good call, Schumann. It's like we had 2 guys in the backfield. Untouched.
Stackhouse and
Who's 94?
Xavier
that?
McLeod.
Yeah.
That's the new guy.
It's probably going to throw one here. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Run through. Attaboy.
C.J. Allen. Haven't called his name a lot today.
I've been calling Raylan Wilson all night.
I would really be careful about playing man coverage with this quarterback.
I think they'd get Vandegrift on the move here.
They threw out of this before.
Throwback screen.
Oh,
Tipped it.
Where?
Whew.
If you hadn't tipped it, he might have picked up the first. All right, 3rd and 10. You finally got him behind the sticks.
You know they're going for it on 4th down unless they get sacked there.
I feel like they would run it here to make it easier.
Maybe a draw.
I'd call a straight run with him to the field. Oh. All right, 4th and 10. From the 32. C.J. Allen's going to kill me. 51-yard attempt.
About time to block one. You're overdue to miss one.
51 yards, right hash.
Black cat.
Oh, I thought Georgia put a hand on
That
it.
ball was up there.
That was close. All right.
I was trying everything, calling black cat.
Yeah, it's worked in the past.
It has. Ohio State.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Eight minutes and 1 second left. Georgia get the ball. Got to score here because you're not really stopping them. They can go down and kick a field goal and win it. Let's see that offense in high gear like we did the last 2 drives.
So what's Vandegrift tonight, passing wise?
Vandegrift.
12 of 22 for 97 yards. I got you, bro.
How much right? About 30 yards.
16.
He got some sacks, though.
Yeah.
And that's
We definitely got to answer. We got to put a score on the board here, boys.
yeah.
That series hurt us. I liked them having to score a touchdown to win. But of course, we hadn't punted this half.
Yeah, we only had it twice, though.
How many plays we run this half? Like 15?
21.
So we've had it like 44 plays, 43?
You had 11 in the second half. You had 11 play drive and a 10 play drive. So
43 plays in the game.
They've had it for how many minutes now?
that's the brutal part. The time of possession, they've had it for 31 minutes. You've had it for 20.
Well, we can tie them up.
Yep.
Georgia's up to 5 out of 11 on 3rd down.
What we need here is a short kickoff and run it back.
Yeah. Kirby's over there telling him, don't make any stupid mistakes.
Well,
Not enough time left in the game to.
other thing is just protect the ball and
That's what I meant.
penalty wise.
Like, protect the football. If you turn it over,
Get your ass out of here and get on the plane.
Need one of those classic 7 minute touchdown
7-minute
drives.
drives. Yeah. There's 8 minutes, 1 second left. Let it go 8 minutes,
I feel like that picture was from early on in Kirby's tenure. Looks more like a 2017, 2018 picture.
Line up 5 yards deep in the end zone, and if you bring it out.
Let's go, Anthony Evans. Here's a short one, Coach.
Block.
There's a flag down.
Shit.
So we get a return, and there's flags everywhere.
Maybe they're offsides. They could talk it over.
Yeah.
Like you either got to call it or you're not.
Huggins family's coach wants to know, how do you balance tempo here versus running the clock?
I don't think you worry about it right now. You just got to move the ball. You can't try to run the clock out. I mean, you got to try to score. Yeah. So I would use whatever you think gives you.
Holding. 36-yard return will be negated.
Of course he'll take it, dumbass. Why wouldn't he take it?
It's Georgia's 6th penalty of the night.
So we must have held a lot closer than.
That's a jersey pull.
Who's that? Sam and Pemba, 26?
I think it's Ja'Cory Thomas, number 20.
Now
I'd watch these dangerous son of bitches come out there and onside it.
They're just looking at right here whether he wants to kick it high and kick it short or kick it out. See what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
See, this is the kind of stuff that I would never think to practice, but good teams obviously do.
What do you mean, kicking off?
Yeah, like having such a short field to kick off from, how you decide to do it.
Drilled it.
Yeah,
it's easier to do that after the guy just ran one back, too.
Yeah, it's like he returned it 35 yards. Let's not kick it to him again.
There's the Arch Manning run.
Don't pull a hammy.
That's okay if he does.
It's that abdominal strain for Quinn Ewers.
Oof. Those can hurt for a while.
Pain in the stomach.
Hernia action.
I really think we got this play here where he starts the left and cut back.
Whew.
Get all you can.
Kentucky wants that to be a holding or a...
That's a good block by Trevor. Trevor's staying on his guy.
I'm talking about the one in the backfield.
Trevor. So who he's talking about, it? Trevor Etienne?
He's blocking downfield really well.
right here talking about that guy. This is where he used the clock and make a first down. Use the whole clock.
Left side.
Jesus Christ. Excuse my language. I mean, so routine. I can't believe I said it. I apologize. I mean, you can't coach that.
Nope.
Good job by ETN to get on it.
Well, we saw that today with LSU.
LSU, yeah. But he wasn't even expecting the ball to get back there.
Instead of going to easy first down, now we got 3rd and 6.
Oh. Just had to get rid of it.
Yep.
Gee whiz.
4th and 7.
No problem bringing pressure.
That was a brilliant defense there.
Drop it. God, he hit a bad kick. Got a good roll, though.
Yeah.
Worked. A little Aussie bounce.
Yeah, that.
Can you believe that?
All right. The last thing you needed was to go out there and go 3 and out, but
Auburn has pulled away from New Mexico, leads 38-19. Georgia State beat Vandy 36-32. Dell McGee with an SEC win.
Vandy, big win.
yeah. Wasn't Vandy weren't they like 3-0 or something?
Yeah.
They were 2-0.
2-0?
Now they're both 2-1.
Okay. Well, congrats, Dell McGee.
I'd say Georgia State's well on its way to a bowl game in Dell McGee's first year.
Love it.
Gotta win.
I'm sorry, Coach, you're about to say?
Just trying to talk about our defense here. What have they been hurting with? You missed tackles, pressure. I mean, I don't know that we need to pressure this guy as much as we've been because we can't cover him. I like that 3-man rush that time.
Yeah, 3-man rush with the Jalen staying in.
Yeah, you
spying.
got 50. You got to protect essentially about 60 yards here, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, the guy's got to get to the 35-yard line, so the ball's on the 15. So 50 yards.
Coach Michael asked, who the hell was supposed to be open on that last 3rd down play?
Well, it was a broken play, so I can't tell you. We were all rushing, running around the quarterback. It was a drop back pass, and then he rolled to the right, so who knows where everybody was.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It wasn't. That was a.
When they see that it's a broken down play, certain guys, you move to certain spots, you try to come back and help your quarterback out. But it was broken so fast with that twist on the right side.
The other thing about that fumble, it cost you about 2.5 minutes of time, too, because you probably would have made a first down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But time's not the answer here. It's just they got plenty of time.
You're looking at 2nd and 2. You're expecting, there's your first down, but that fumble now, 3rd and 7. That just.
Somebody got to step up and make a play here.
I will say the fact that they fell on the ball and didn't give the turnover right there is.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
We still hadn't had a turnover this year, have we?
I don't think so.
You got to defend that Tennessee offense.
Game day's going there.
Make the tackle here. Unbelievable. I'm not even going to say it anymore. We're just reaching. They get 5 yards. Just
Yeah,
like it's nothing.
Demi has 90 yards rushing. Oh, my God.
Kentucky fans want a flag.
Malachi wants a flag.
Stoops wants a flag.
Yeah.
Ain't no flag.
Again, it's so close to being a sack.
Yeah, I don't know who you'd call it on.
Yeah,
What I'd like to call right here is get off the damn field.
yeah.
Get off the stove, Grandma. You're too old to ride the range.
Third
We're going to pressure him.
Yeah. But nobody's getting to him.
Here comes Jalen Walker.
There's a flag in the backfield.
Holding. Just don't tell me it's roughing the passer.
On Malachi Starks.
Jesus. How can we play like this?
That's the best player in your team.
You had him. You had him. You had him.
1st and 10 at the Kentucky 30. Kirby's asking for a hold.
That was a bad hold.
So you know he can move if you can run away from Jalen Walker. C.J. Allen with a hit on the shoulder.
Jesus.
We talked about before the game they were going to run right at us. I didn't think they'd run like this.
Yep.
165 rushing yards. For context, Clemson had 46 rushing yards on Georgia. First down.
All they need is one more first down.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Clock stops at 2 minutes. See, that turns into be a 3-yard gain.
It's a pretty good run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll take 3 yards, but clock's killer right here.
Yep.
You know they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, yeah.
Need a penalty or lost yardage play or bad snap or black cat or
Yeah.
chartreuse cat. Or,
I think you can win this game by kicking 5 field goals. That's just
that's one we needed.
there you go.
Who hit that? Stackhouse?
Zier Stackhouse, yes sir. Georgia's been bringing people all day. Now they really got to him.
Geraldo says you have to blitz him now. Pressure Vandegrift. Just don't let him leak out. You've seen him run.
Roll out.
Yeah.
CJ Allen spying him. Jalen Walker got there.
Nobody knew where it went. Now there's a whistle.
Going to score.
Yeah, just go ahead and take it to the end zone just in case.
That may be the play of the season so far.
The play of the season's coming up right here. That was definitely didn't call him for.
I was about to say, it's surprised they didn't call him for a pass.
He's not even
for
in the
roughing passer.
game right now. I can't believe they're punting there. I guess they felt you got the timeouts.
Yeah. Oh, here's some booze. Fake.
Delay a game.
False start. Somebody move.
All right, Georgia, good job. It was a play of the season, Dayne. All right, if you're worth the dog shit, you can keep running the clock out here. I mean, worth it. We are. I just hate it.
I need to clip that. Now, fielding this punt will be a big deal. Anthony, if you ever caught one in your life.
I just can't believe you're playing that Stoops wouldn't go for that. Would you? Why wouldn't you? Now, if all of a sudden they'd stop us back here and they,
Yeah,
he's got 3 timeouts, doesn't he?
he does. So George's going to run it. He's going to call a timeout. George's going to run it again. He's going to call a timeout. And if the Georgia doesn't get it first, then
He's got the 2-minute timeout, too.
that's a good point.
What you got to realize here is they're going to come off the edge, get 2 tights. There you go. Get the snap, Carson.
Yeah.
Is Frazier in there?
Yes, sir. Gain of 1.
God.
Timeout, Kentucky. They couldn't have gone better for them.
Brett Thorson going to have the punt of his life then. I mean, what's wrong with ETN there?
ETN's running out on the field now, but I don't know.
You can't play it safe here. You got to make some first downs. I mean, they're due to kick a field goal. You can't keep
Yeah.
jet sweep, roll him out. Where's the ball? 15?
16.
Okay.
Second 9.
Hard count.
This is probably as loud as it gets in Kentucky Stadium.
Which is a loud stadium. Oh, my goodness.
Big time.
It's a way to have some brass balls, Mike Bobo.
Mike, you just gave me a damn heart attack.
Good route.
Hey, they use the same thing against him. It's like, we're going to do it out. We're going to send this guy downfield. London will clear it out, and we'll have a little square out
use
there.
24 seconds here. What a clutch play.
I think Stoops regrets punting now.
Well, we'll see. Use the clock. He's going to use the 2-minute timeout here, running off right tackle.
Got all those bodies there.
Stay in bounds. He's going to call one timeout here. Or I guess he'll wait to 2 minutes.
Wait.
I've seen some coaches that use a timeout before the warning, then get another one there. I don't know that it matters one way or the other.
He needs it for the next two plays.
Took some courage to call that.
Essentially, he almost underthrew it. Essentially, one more first down, and you can run the clock out.
Yep.
So they're going to call a timeout after this one.
Yep.
And then a timeout after the next one.
Right. If you break one tackle, the game's over. I just haven't seen Georgia break a tackle today.
I didn't think I would go out there. ETN made a miss one time in the open field, but it wasn't. It was just a missed tackle. Wasn't a broke. I mean, I'm basically going to go out and run some laps tonight. I'm
a good jump in your damn pool.
If we could just.
I'm hot.
This is like.
Branson Robinson's had 2 carries today.
So you're saying he should have it more?
I would prefer that, but
no, you got to keep it with.
We can say, here's the thing. This is going to be the all-time. Anybody can say anything tonight and be right. I'm not talking about Branson, but you just cannot give them the ball back.
Right.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Anything that I say tonight will be prefaced with.
I'm talking about everybody could. I mean, everybody, all these people our fans. They're exactly right. We've had a lemonade, trying to make lemonade out of a lemon tonight.
If Georgia walks away with a win, I mean, I'm not going to say impressive, but you weather that storm of not playing nearly your best game. And look, credit to Brock Vandegrift.
Well, credit to all of Kentucky. I mean, they tackled well. They ran it down Georgia's throat.
I just got a text. Blue is an ugly color. There's plenty of blue up there.
The dance girls in the end zone there, that's the best thing about Kentucky. If you go up there, they have like nationally ranked dance teams, and they put on a good show for all the stuff that goes on in the stadium. They usually don't have great football to cheer about. That place is sideways right now. And again, if Georgia wins, which is very much in question right now, Kentucky, this will be a huge moral victory after getting boat raced against South Carolina. So they're feeling really good, and right now they're like, man, we can get rid of all of that if we can just get the ball back here. So
So one first down comes pretty close to.
Yeah, one first down is it. Unless you make it right here.
Right.
They've got 2 timeouts left.
Yeah.
Essentially, first down plus a play.
Nice pants.
Yeah, good pants. Don't go towards Deion Walker's side.
Who's the back?
Trevor. Delp on the left. Ernest Green back in. Pulling. Throw it
Good call.
out.
Good call. Get behind your pads.
Oof. Delp. If he left that on the ground, I think Kirby would have left him up there.
I'll tell you, some fans just had
Oh,
heart palpitations because
That was a fumble.
That was a good call. Arian. Really was a fumble. You need to
It was.
put the ball
Put
there.
the ball where Eric. Yeah.
oh boy.
Yeah.
I think they got him look at that ball and
Yep. And give him a first down for where Arian recovered it.
challenge it. So we got a first down here, don't we?
They're reviewing it.
Oh, Arian Smith. I mean, there's no doubt that's a fumble.
So what he'd already ran for first down, though, right?
No, he fumbled it before he got there.
I mean, didn't he run far? I mean, he had possession of the ball. They can't say fumble without the.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, he had caught it. Yes.
So it's a first down here.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let the refs talk about it for
That's
a little
what it
while.
is. It's a first down. That's what I said. That's why I'm calling this game.
Shout out to our friends at 11 Alive who were covering the Georgia State Vandy game.
Here we go. Yes, sir.
Called it.
Are you Dr. Galakowicz? Yes, I am.
Oh, those Vipers. They won't hide the tears.
So Jalen Walker and Arian Smith may have saved the game.
Arian made a good play on the goal line, too, to get 5 yards. So what we got to do here now, they got 2 timeouts. So
UCF beat TCU.
So what we do here is make a first down and fall on the ball. I mean, so right now they can stop the clock twice. So you can't just fall on it.
Nope.
ETN still in the game.
That's a big first down.
That was huge.
No penalties.
But the review makes the.
Well, they started the clock after review.
Okay.
15 seconds there. Look at it.
Yeah, take your time, boys. Take your time.
Timeout for Kentucky.
And folks, remind the old men like me who played when you know that you got to get the ball back. The only thing you can do is try to strip it. I can't tell you how beat up those running backs get when they're in the middle of that pile and everybody's punching that ball as hard as they can, and your arms are around it, and they're just trying to get it free.
So here's the deal. You run one more play, and they call timeout. There's going to be like, let's say, minute 7. Then they run the next play. You got 27 seconds till the 40-second clock starts again. Yeah. So just try to get a first down here is all you.
Yeah. Oh, that poor guy. Playing a little I Am Iron Man.
Toss sweep.
Oh, sweep.
First down.
Oh, flag.
Flag.
Stupid ass penalty.
And now it's going to stop the clock.
God, we did step on our own toes. One good thing about it, though, you used up 8 seconds. You know what I mean? So
Aaron Smith.
still second down. Close.
That's ticky tack. But when you fall on the guy, they're going to call you.
Run it again this way.
Oh, they're playing a little Rob Zombie there. I like that.
I mean, even
Now they got Robinson in. Hold on to it. I'd like a little naked bootleg here by Carson. Oh, call it.
That's what they did. You son of a bitch. How'd you know that?
is his headset wired in again?
Uh-oh. He's gimpy.
It's good.
Connor Norman checking on him.
Yeah, that was a good call, Mike.
Because that's what you said to do.
Goat Dog says coach is a psychic. David Ellis says Coach Stradamus.
Psycho.
I will tell you, folks, when you're with the way you're watching this, he's calling us before it happens. So you might be seeing the play. We might be a few seconds behind what you're seeing. Coach is not seeing the stuff before it happens.
Well,
All right.
Here's the deal here. You got third and how much?
3rd and 8. 40 seconds will come off the clock after this. Trying to draw him off, I guess. Is Kirby going to call a timeout?
No.
Little hands to the face. Number 90 should be called for that.
So that's going to get down to about 18 seconds. Trying to draw him off.
Kirby, you going to try a field goal or not?
What would you do, Coach?
Well, I mean, if you try a field goal and they block it, you'd be sick the rest of your life. But
18 seconds. I think I'd punt it.
I'd go for it. I mean, how much deeper are you going to punt him?
where's the ball? 30?
But I would rather them have to go 50 yards to get
Where's
it.
the ball?
35. Give me a second.
I can't believe how many times this thing's been. We get a block in the back. If you do running play, it's going to take 5 or 6 seconds off of it.
Yeah, here comes Bobo.
Play action pass.
I don't know. Offense is going back out.
Jet sweep, anything.
The post-game overreaction show will commence following this, but
That'll be the all-timer.
it will be.
What if we think about another Carson Beck keep?
I'm with it.
Trying to draw him off again.
Six, 5, 4, 3,
Timeout.
2.
Or is this delay game to punt?
Yep.
I like this call.
See if you can bring rain with this thing.
Yeah.
Six or 7 second hang time.
This has me scared, Coach.
You think they're probably going to try to block it?
I'm just seeing every conceivable bad thing that can happen right now.
No.
Throw it to Arian Smith.
I can't watch. I can't watch.
Kick it high is
What a weapon. What a weapon.
I don't know if they're going to let him count that. Touchback, yeah.
Regardless, look at the time that ticked off.
Oh, no, I'm with you.
don't get a penalty here. That was 8 seconds, wasn't it? 18-9.
Yeah, they said they're going to put some time back on the clock, so we're going to see what they do.
Looks like they hadn't yet. Just keep the ball in front of you, no penalties. One second they put on it. Jalen Walker. Back up.
Yeah, what does...
Oh, they just took a second off.
Here's the thing. Even if you get a pass interference call here, it's worth 5 seconds. You can't get but 15 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like Kevin Malachi that right up on the line like that, Coach. You're basically putting
We're playing man under.
okay.
Walker spying. Going to get him. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Game.
That was a hell of a...
Shouldn't the clock stop after the first down? I think that's what the refs are saying.
Maybe it's 1 second. You got to spike it, though.
They're going to give him a
I don't
play.
think they'll have time to spike. Okay, it's 2 seconds.
Don't they say that you have to have 3 seconds on the clock to count it?
It's going to snap to go.
Just back up.
Julian Humphrey working out with KJ Bolden. Where are you going to be?
You should have let the go.
Oh, jeez.
Seriously, though, I mean, just let the guy run with it right there.
Is it just me or does it feel like this game has lasted 12 years?
Probably longer for Kirby.
But, you know, there have been games like this throughout the year that when everyone's thinking that Georgia's going to stomp everybody, they have a close call like this, and Kirby uses a learning thing, saying, look, I told you, sons of bitches, you weren't as good as you thought you were. Stop reading what they're saying in the paper. We've got a lot of things to fix.
Listen.
3.
So they can spike it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spike it. I'd just go on and snap
Yeah,
it.
just go in and get your play.
He's telling them to spike it.
Why not call your best play? It'd be a great time to fake spike it, and then drop back and hurl it downfield.
Clock didn't even start.
These guys don't know what they're doing. Some kind of bad call is going to happen here.
Well, now you wouldn't want the pass interference because they'd get a free play tacked on.
And at least it won't be a spot foul.
Right.
Ball game. Why would you throw it over the middle?
Yeah.
Were they trying to run a hook and ladder?
I guess so, but Malachi Stark said nope. Whew. Georgia escapes. That is one of the bigger nail biters in Kirby Smart's tenure at Georgia. He reads your 3-2-1.
We can wake him up. So let's see who's going to work into the background shot here to get on TV. Here comes my boy. There he is. All right, Coach. That was
Hey,
you ready to go run laps?
yeah,
He's going to swim some laps.
I'm just saying, excuse my language a couple of times, but I was pulling hard for dogs tonight. I was pulling really hard. I mean, can't hardly see out of my eye, and I'm just apologize for not doing better. But I'm getting some good treatment, and hopefully we got open date next week. Hopefully when we do the Alabama game, I'll have these glasses off. And
You called like 5 plays. I don't even know what you're talking about.
What else could you do?
I know.
What did you miss?
Carson Beck, rollout keeper.
Naked bootleg here. Yeah. Naked bootleg. This should be a toss sweep into the boundary. Hey, it's a toss sweep into the boundary.
But we're all pulling hard for him. We know reality is we just got to understand that football, I mean, there's not many undefeated teams anymore, pro, college. I mean, this team's won 42 straight regular season games.
Carson Beck being interviewed.
Barely, but
since 1936, only one team. Roddy.
Is there? I'm trying to get over this, Coach. Georgia's won 28 regular season SEC games in a row.
Is that what we've run?
28 regular season SEC games in a row. That is mind-boggling.
Right. I remember when we won 28 straight Big 8 games. But
You look at
Well,
these.
it's your guys doing it, the guys you coached.
seriously, just weren't in sync a lot of ways tonight, but got the W.
Yeah.
This is one of those, if you look at the team stats and compare them, you would think that Kentucky won this by 10 points. The fact that Georgia comes out with a win, that's
Huge.
championship teams do that. Is this a championship team? We'll find out. I mean, it doesn't get easier. You get a bye week and then at Alabama.
Yeah, but they got a lot to work on.
We got Alabama and also Tennessee. And
And
we
Texas.
listen, seriously, we got 4 of the top 6 teams in the country we're playing, and Missouri only plays 1.
And you're playing 3 of those on the road, so it's a rough schedule.
We just got to get our defense need to work on our tackling.
Yeah.
But still, played 3 games, hadn't given up a touchdown. So
Right. Can't beat that. All right,
I
folks.
have one thing I do want to say is I give a lot of credit to Brock Vandegrift. I mean, he's a Georgia guy, and I'm glad he didn't win, but he sure showed a lot of grit tonight.
He's a Georgia alum.
And he did he's got 2 national championship rings, and he came about as close to anybody as anybody's come to beating Georgia in the regular season. And all those people getting on his ass up there, proud of Brock.
Yeah, good kid. Same with Pop. Dumas Johnson, he stifled Georgia's defense. Knew
How
what
many
to do.
tackles he made?
I didn't see that.
I'm looking it up. 3 total tackles.
Is that Childress on the edge, that safety that dude, how many did he have?
He had 6.
There you go.
Deon Walker had 4.
Childress is a bad dude. We're off next weekend, so we won't have a watch along then, but we do have the show on Tuesday. We have the post-game show we're going to start up here in about 10, 15 minutes.
Get that bourbon out.
And got to get this. I'm going to get a bunch of bourbon. And, well, of course, Dayne will start the show, and then I'll join him. And we want all of you to join us on the post-game show and talk about this one. And that's it for us.
I did have a joke I was going to give tonight, so I'm only going to tell you this guy called his wife 12. That was his nickname for her. She doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, and she doesn't wash.
Oh, God.
Number 12.
Hey, folks. And with that, we are out. We will see you for the Georgia-Alabama game. Tell all your friends to join the watch along. And for all the people that watch it for the first time tonight, we really appreciate you jumping on with us.
Appreciate everybody.
It means a lot to us. So we'll talk to you next week. Take care.